what's coming up.
I'm an idiot.
You are not.
Yes, I am.
No, you are not.
I hosted Janzer 24/7 instead of B3.
There you go. That's why I said, are you sure you hosted the B3? Or
I'm
fine.
Fucking moron.
We're starting. Welcome to episode 12 of the B3 Gaming Cast, where Count is a
moron.
That's Count.
Yeah, but you're our moron, and we love you for it.
There you go.
Can you with the L word? All right.
Yeah.
Jeez. This is Janzer, of course, your host, and we have Count.
Hey, how you doing, guys?
And Gamertron.
Hey, hi, how you doing? Hoping you're all having a wonderful day.
I agree. Hope everyone's having a wonderful day. I am burning my ass off here in the state of Texas because it's hot as
I bet.
fuck. It is hot as fuck. I went out twice today and melted like half of the time the first time, and the second half of me got melted. It's out there. I'm actually doing the podcast live from the street, melted in a puddle.
Live from the street,
Yeah,
the roving
just
reporter. Janzer.
melted.
Like,
Just
what
a pile
temperature are you
of-
talking about?
You know what? It probably isn't more than 90 something, but because
okay.
it's like 97 at least, but because
it's just 97.
well, yeah, for us that's really good. But
You're
because
fucking kidding me.
no, I'm not. But because it's been so rainy this like spring, since we have just getting pounded with rain and like ice.
Same thing over here in Canada. Same thing. Cold, wind, rain.
Yeah, just a lot of like hail because of all that's going. I kind of got spoiled of having inclement weather because I actually grew up north. I was talking to we were actually oddly talking about that before the cast started, and so I grew up with clouds all the time. I loved it. I'm very used to that dark kind of like, I would work out living in Seattle very well, or in England very well. Rain, and I'm totally cool with that. So
I don't
You're
mind.
Batman?
Huh?
Batman
likes rain?
Oh, Gotham. It's supposedly it rains a lot in Gotham City. Go ahead.
That's not a real city.
Yeah, no, I
understand.
know it. Anyway.
No, like you
No, I'm
work
trying
in
to
the
sandbag the
shadows
fuck
with no
out of them.
sunlight. Oh my god.
Anyways, thanks for speaking up, Mr. Game Trend, because it's actually your time to run the show today. Well, not run the show, but it's you're starting off this week. So if you will, sir, when you're done eating your food, I hope you're done already.
I'm not eating.
And happy Canada weekend.
Yeah, happy
you,
CanadiaLand days.
Happy Canada Day.
The day of the
Happy
Canadies.
Happy Canada Day indeed. O Canada, our
Canadian.
home and native land, true patriot
Yes.
love, all sons command, national anthem, blah 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 blah.
Brian Adams sucks. Yeah.
Wow.
Isn't that part of the... No, anyway, go ahead.
Yeah. Real quick, thanks, Graham, for the host. Gamertron, of course, myself, and Count. We all hosted. That's just us. Okay, we had a lot of people follow when we weren't streaming. Plavi Metal, Grindhead Jim, thanks for that. Watus and Agonized Mammal. Just kind of want to catch up on that stuff. And of course, you can always catch us on or download us on iTunes. Just search B3 Gaming Cast. But you can find us on Twitch, B3 Gaming Cast. Twitch TV, B3 Gaming Cast, of course, which is you should be here now. On Twitter, B3 Gaming Cast, we're on Twitter. And on podbean.com, b3gamingcast.podbean.com.
And the new YouTube channel
the new
as
YouTube
well.
channel, which has no name until we get 100 subscribers. And when I put out a vid on my Janzer247 YouTube channel, it's got all that information as well. And the link's there, and I think we try to put it in the description here. Some of the little players download descriptions, and some of them don't. Mine does. My app for podcasts downloads just descriptions. So I don't know if y'all's don't or not, but I don't care. Come check out Janzer247. You'll find the shit. Alrighty. Well, away with it, sir, if you will, Mr. Gamertron. I don't have any imagery from you, so I have nothing to put up, but that's kind of okay.
Yep, it's no problem, man. It's no problem. All right, so like with every week, quite a few things happened. Quite a few things happened, but one thing I'd like to touch on quickly, something we talked about last week, Steam Summer Sale. Steam Summer Sale is coming to a close. There are only 2 days left. So for those of you who have not jumped on the Steam Summer Sale yet, do so now. There are still incredible prices here. Dying Light, the Enhanced Edition,
Yes.
50% off.
Wow. How much is it then?
$29.99.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's still a lot for me. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I'm not going to play it that
Since
much.
I own the game on PS4.
Right, I'm not going to play it a whole lot, so it would have to be
Yeah.
like $15 or something.
Yeah,
Right.
but $30 though for a AAA
Maybe 10.
game, not just that.
Oh,
the
and it's a
AAA
great
game with all the
game.
DLC.
It's
Yeah,
a
but
great game.
it lost like 50% of its value once you drive it off the lot anyway. So I don't even.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. I mean, it might keep you preoccupied for like 2 weeks, maybe.
Yeah, maybe.
You know,
Yeah, I'm
maybe.
a very casual gamer in that aspect, so
Yeah.
I can't. I'm not going to get a whole lot out of it, other than maybe jump kicking a zombie here and there.
I don't know, man. I think you'd really like the melee and parkour system. It's a lot of fun.
Yeah.
The grappling hook. Yeah, the grappling hook's pretty
yes.
awesome.
What else you got?
Okay, other things we got on Steam Summer Sale. Just quickly, Rocket League, 40% off. Shadow of Mordor Game of the Year Edition,
Yep.
only $10, 75% off.
Wait,
if you don't
wait.
have Shadow of Mordor yet,
Really?
yeah,
Yeah,
guys, if you don't have Shadow of Mordor yet,
$10.
amazing game.
$10.
I might actually get that one.
There you
I
go.
might.
Oh,
I could pretend like it's Batman, like a good Batman game. Because
There
most
you
of those
go.
suck. Yeah.
And one last deal, and this will lead into the first story I'm going to get into, the Bioshock triple pack, Bioshock 1, Bioshock 2, and Infinite, and all the DLC, $3. 86% off. So if you haven't played the Bioshock games yet, head to Steam, get on the Steam Summer Sale, get the Bioshock triple pack. $3 for free.
$3?
Yeah, $3 for
holy
free.
shit! I'm going there right now.
Wait,
There you go.
3 games for $3.
Nah,
Yes.
you've got to be mistaken about that
that
game.
can't-
Ron. No
That
offense.
seems wrong.
No,
Yeah,
The
that
new
just
one,
doesn't-
Bioshock Infinite,
now.
is $1.
Look, I'm looking at buy the Bioshock triple pack. It's originally $20. It's originally $20.
Does it come
It's
with-
only $3.
Does it come with all the DLC and whatnot?
Yeah, it comes with all the DLC. For
Get the fuck out of here. I think you-
Bioshock.
I gotta
I'm
find-
looking at the,
I
I'm
gotta
looking
look-
at the
I-
page
I'm
right
I
going
now.
don't
right
not
now.
trust you. I just cannot believe what you're saying.
No, the triple pack's $10.51.
It says $7.50.
He's talking Canadian dollars
$7.50.
again.
Oh yeah, you can't talk CanadiaLand to us. Come
Oh,
on.
I'm sorry. Well, I don't know
You
the conversion.
Bastard.
$7.50 for Bioshock Infinite alone. The triple pack is $5.09. That's still not bad.
That's that's free games for $5.
Oh, wait, Janzer, where are you seeing that?
Buy Bioshock triple pack. Oh, I'm sorry.
$10.51.
No. This is insane. What you're talking about is Bioshock Infinite. That's if you buy that game 3 times.
Oh,
You're insane, man. You freaking crazy bastard. You had me. The reason why I was believing you is because Bioshock the collection is coming out in September. That's going to be like
Yes.
basically remastered 1080p, 60 FPS, except for on PC, I believe.
which is it's already like that. So they're just up-resing some textures and
right,
stuff
and
like
you
that.
get like the extra DLC along with it as well. So which I still think is fucking bullshit. People were all like, the ads that I was seeing were like, oh, they're and I'm like, I don't care. The game's not that old. Stop with this like remastering something that came out like just a few years ago. It's a great series, but it still plays. I can fire that damn game up right now and still play the original without any problems.
But anyways, yeah, to bring
Yeah.
that up, yeah, like Bioshock, the collection, remastered. So again, another opportunity. Like there's the Steam Summer Sale for those of you who haven't played Bioshock yet, and if you still haven't played Bioshock yet, they're coming to the current gen consoles, PS4, Xbox One, and of course PC. And it's just Bioshock is getting a lot of love again.
It really is.
After Infinite and kind of like, okay, that's the end, that's it. But now, after the past year or so, Bioshock's been getting a resurgence almost in love. Like, people are buying the old games again, people who haven't played them yet. Like, it's just a good series. It's a legendary series
The
in gaming.
original, at least, is definitely a classic. I don't know that we... Count, have you played Bioshock?
Oh, no, I've seen Gamertron stream Bioshock Infinite.
The original,
Oh.
the original is like when you play it and you're kind of immersed in it. If you ever get immersed in games much, I don't know how you are as a gamer, because you seem to play these third-person, MMOs or whatever, and they don't
Right.
really. I think that you can get immersed in an MMO a bit.
Yeah, you can get immersed.
Just the sheer amount of time, that you're
You
spending.
can get pissed off and immersed
Yeah.
and all the above.
Immerse yourself in
Frustrated.
salt.
Yeah.
Yeah, but Bioshock, I think what I liked about it so much was the atmosphere. And that's what I mean by immersion itself, is the... You're just, if you... I guess I also... The problem is I have a big fear of, like, underwater and sharks and all that. So the first thing it does is fucking drop you in water. Ugh. Okay, let's go. This is... All right, anyways.
Okay.
Yeah. What else do you got?
Digital phobias are rearing their ugly heads again.
It's in my brain. There's no sharks on my feet right now.
Pizza Golem.
Pizza Golem. Pizza Golem is just a weird thing. It's not actually scary, but in one way it is, but not really. But anyways, do you have anything else, Gamertron?
That's the thing that gets
Digital
you.
Heights is freaky as fuck. Yeah.
I got Darksiders 2 for $6.
Yeah.
The Definitive series.
Yeah, the definitive edition.
Yeah, the Definitive edition. Yeah.
All right, because he's
pretty cool game. Pretty cool game.
Oh yeah, I love the Darksiders game.
There's some quick time events though. There's a couple of QTEs I don't really like in the game, but other than that, it's a pretty fun game. No doubt.
I'm still disappointed. Like, it may happen sometime in the future. Like, I heard the original devs are kind of getting back together. But ever since THQ disbanded and no longer became a company, like, Darksiders has been in the development hell, which is a damn shame. I love 1 and 2. I would love to see a third game.
It's a great game. Yeah.
But anyways, back to stories. So that was the Steam Summer Sale. That was Bioshock.
That's all?
No.
Bioshock and Dying Light and a false start on Bioshock as it was anyways.
Oh my god!
$3 for all of them, and in all reality,
that's I'm at the Steam store. It wasn't.
It was a 3-pack. It was a 3-pack of Bioshock Infinite for $5.
No, I'm looking at one. No,
okay,
the Bioshock triple pack.
Yeah, it's $10.51 American. It's 85% off.
$10 isn't bad.
Yeah, $10.51. You get Bioshock Infinite, and Bioshock 2.
Jesus Christ!
Yeah, $10.51, Janzer.
Yes. I've already got them.
You weren't listening.
No, I wasn't.
You were worried about digital water. I
went to Steam. I went to the Steam main page and I saw Bioshock Infinite, and so I clicked on that.
Oh, well.
We forgive you. It's all good.
And then it said triple pack, and it was if you would buy 3 of the game. I guess
you get all 3 games.
No, but the triple pack was just Bioshock Infinite for $5, 3 of them.
Okay.
So you can gift out 2 of them, I guess. Is there a multiplayer aspect of
there
3?
Isn't. There isn't.
Infinite?
No,
so
there isn't. 2 has the multiplayer.
Why would you care to buy it for anybody else then?
Well, just being a nice guy.
No. That doesn't equate to anything. I gotta understand why you would buy 3, Like, that seems like you could play in a 3-man team, some kind of PvP aspect of it or something. Huh.
Not the case.
Nope.
Yeah. All right, well, whatever.
Anyways, moving on to other news. Like, again, busy bloody week.
Yeah.
So, besides the announcement, of course, of the Bioshock collection, we also got... for another game, even though none of us play this game, I think it's important to bring it up as a news topic because Street Fighter V, its story mode, is finally coming out months later after the game released. Its trailers are out right now. People are having mixed feelings. There are some people that are still pissed, like, why wasn't this in the game at launch? Other people are, like, excited, like, oh, Street Fighter has, like, a real Mortal Kombat-esque story with cutscenes and a lot of dialogue and stuff like that. I've seen the trailers. It's interesting. I mean, it's Street Fighter. You don't go to it for story. I mean, it's cool to have the characters interacting with one another. But I hate to be this guy, but I kind of have to be in the boat of why wasn't this in the game at launch? Why not delay the game to include, like... It's really weird what Capcom's doing with Street Fighter V, treating it like an early access game, but it's not really an early access game. Have you guys been paying attention much to Street Fighter V?
Yeah, but why do people care? Nobody's going to be playing... Street Fighter's that's a competitive game. Nobody cares about the story mode, do they?
No, not really.
Actually, quite a few people care, man. Like,
really?
when Street Fighter V...
I mean, you say that, but we don't have anything to... Like, you don't have anything to back it up.
Yeah,
so you're just saying it. Like, you may have heard 1 or 2 people in an article say it, but how do we really know quite a few? Like, the Super Best Friend cast, they're into fighting games a lot. And if they complain about it, then I'm like, okay, fair enough. But, like, one of them, in fact, is going to EVO, Like, he's been before. He fought, like, one of the most famous, like, Street Fighter like a guys
Tournaments?
competes. Yeah, tournament.
Yeah.
I can't remember his name, but anyways, Wooly, in fact, was the one that got his ass beat. But he's actually going. He's going again. He actually qualified again, so that's interesting. So
they had a documentary on Netflix about a Street Fighter tournament, I think.
Yeah, interesting.
Yeah, like a year or two ago. Yeah.
Yeah.
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Well, yeah, go ahead. So, I mean, maybe there's something there, to the story itself. Are you gonna?
Okay, so none of you haven't been following Street Fighter V or anything.
I listened
like
to it based on another podcast, and so I know a bit about it. But that's about
Okay.
Yeah, that's all. I don't have anything invested myself.
Okay, that's no problem. That's no problem. I just want to bring that up for our viewers who are fans of Street Fighter V. I just want to bring it. I want to be inclusive for everybody. I appreciate the effort of Capcom. Like I look at the story trailer for Street Fighter V. I'm like, okay, there's genuine effort put in this, but it still confuses me. Like the excuse they get. Okay, not excuse. I don't know if this is genuine. Sorry, excuse is not the right word here. But the reason they give for launching Street Fighter V the way they did without its story mode or its real single-player elements is because they want to get out in time for the esports scene.
Right.
Apparently, and that's where it's important.
Yeah, They could care less about the other stuff.
Yeah,
that's their bread and butter. The
esports is what
scene.
keeps them going.
Yeah, that's
the
their bread
story
and
is
butter.
not.
So.
It's not like COD or anything,
Yeah.
True. But if you look at sales numbers for Street Fighter V, it did not sell nearly as well as Street Fighter 4 or its many iterations when they launched.
Yeah.
So,
I actually considered
what
buying 5.
okay, so now here's a question for you guys. Do you think Capcom did the right thing, releasing the game for the esports scene, but not really releasing it with a lot of content? Was it more important to get the game out at a certain time and then add the content later, or should they have delayed it when that and then released it when the content was finished?
I mean,
if I was the CEO of Capcom, I would be like, whatever makes us the most money right now.
Thank you.
Off of this game.
Yeah, I think they did exactly what they did based
Right.
on what they know is valuable to them and the franchise, or the not franchise, but to the entire that series. It's all about Evo. Not just Evo, but it's all about competitive play. Fighting games always really kind of have been. The story is a secondary thing. It's kind of fun, but it's not really a big deal at all. So yeah, you see, they didn't miss any. It's not like they missed vital content. They missed the extra content. They did what was important. They got the fighting game out there, and then they added on the story after the fact because it's okay. I don't see a problem there at all. I don't see a problem at all.
All right, okay, I hear you. I'm looking at more from a consumer point of view.
Yeah,
I can understand from the esports, but looking at consumer point of view, the more appealing game to me is the one that has more content.
Okay.
I look at
but
vanilla Street
if we're
Fighter.
talking about let's say a racing car game where all of the racing tracks and the races, the race modes are out. But they didn't put the story mode until later, which is really more important there. It's about the racing.
Point.
That's what I'm trying to say is the primary purpose of that fighting game is to fight bots and fight other people online.
Mm-hmm.
So they got that out. The story is fun, but the story of Street Fighter has changed so much anyways that it just it's not I don't see it as a big deal. But that's definitely just me looking at it I think they had their priorities fine. From the aspect of a salty gamer that is going to say, well, you should have just waited till you had all the content, then sure, you can complain that they should have just waited till they had all the content. I can totally understand, because then that's where people start saying, well, they were just lazy. They're just lazy because they couldn't get it done, and that usually gets me all pissed off.
Okay, I wouldn't say they were lazy.
Right.
But a lot of people would, because they like to throw that around. I hate when fucking people say a developer is lazy. They have to literally have maybe characters that don't have textured costumes or something. That's lazy.
Right.
There you go.
That's or just an area that doesn't have anything any physical objects blocking your path, but instead it's just the invisible wall. But you can see other parts of the map, and you can't get to it because of the invisible wall. It's fuck you, I could have gone over there. I hate that invisible wall.
Developers that won't fix bugs in their game that's been around for 3 years, Daybreak Games. And then Sony Online Entertainment, and then because it's not making them any money to fix that bug. So yeah, I agree 100%.
Ooh, yeah. I hear you, Count. I hear you, Count. You got your thing with DC Universe. I give you that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, go ahead.
Oh no. Say what you want to say, man.
No, because I'm just it's something else, and it's not related to that. Yeah, so I don't really have a problem with it. So.
Okay, no problem. Okay. In other news. Okay. Do I talk about games I played this week? No. More news. All right. So here's some more interesting stuff. Do you guys? What do you mean? Do you guys? Overwatch, bloody Overwatch. Like, do you guys know about the latest update Overwatch got?
Which one? The one where they nerfed Mercy without intentionally nerfing her, or the one where they added in like a tribute to like a dude that got killed, like for some reason. I saw some article about like guy gets killed. Overwatch puts like a tribute to him in the game. I was like, okay, I don't really know what's all going on there.
I haven't heard it. That is some weird stuff. I didn't hear about that.
Yeah,
I was talking more
something about like
about the new competitive mode.
Oh.
I'm talking more about the new competitive mode that
Christ,
was finally
about time.
Yeah. Okay. So competitive mode is finally out. You have to be level 25 to reach it. I haven't been able to play competitive mode. I'm only level 23. I still got 2 levels to go. But based on everything everyone is saying about competitive mode, Blizzard for the longest time kept saying we're not going to release competitive mode till we got it right, till it's all good, it's enjoyable for everybody, it's fair, it's balanced. It comes out, everybody hates it. Apparently, it's got a lot of issues, and there are very few differences from quick play, and the differences that are there don't promote good team play? Like, I'm hearing a lot of mixed things about competitive play. Of course, there are some people that are saying, man, it's okay, it's fine, but there are other people that are saying that it's horrible, it doesn't do enough, or it does too little. I don't really know how to feel about this. Like, it's kind of similar to the Street Fighter thing. I kind of think Overwatch should have launched with competitive mode. At the same time, I respect that Blizzard, like, we want to get it just right. We want to see how the community reacted to, like, quick play and then base competitive mode after that. But now it's released, and now there's, once again, a shitstorm. But to be fair...
Why is there a shitstorm? I don't understand.
I don't know why there's a shitstorm. I'm hearing so many mixed things. Some people saying it's not different enough from quick play. Other players saying it's too different from quick play. Like, again, the response is all over the place.
Okay.
Huh. The response is all over the place.
So a change occurred in the system and gamers freaked out. Moving on. Yeah. What's new here? Yeah.
Okay, well, I wanted to bring that up because,
I'm curious.
Overwatch.
I'm curious. I'll look around. I'll see if I see anything. But I kind of don't care. Like when I see another fucking article on Overwatch.
I hear you. It's already gotten so much attention.
Yeah, I'm like, fair enough. Like, I only read the title about Mercy getting nerfed, and then, like, the quick summary, and then I didn't bother to click through, because I was like, I don't really care.
The only thing I see on Overwatch anymore is about how boring the game is getting.
Yeah.
Like, people are already bored of the game.
Right.
That's the only thing I've seen lately.
Yeah. Gamertron, can you do me a favor and
yes?
Type out what topics you quickly went over? I know it was like Steam.
Yeah. Okay. Well, in the meantime, guys,
yeah, go ahead.
Guys, wanted to ask you concern. Well, not tell you guys another thing while I type this out in chat. Not only that, they finally added Overwatch finally added a new bot. They added a new hero as a bot in their custom games and play versus AI. Oh yeah, Paragon too. With Overwatch, they added McCree as a bot, and on top of that, with McCree now being as a bot, like, I don't know why Overwatch doesn't. Again, I will always bring this up. Overwatch should have had 21 characters as bots to start with, but now they've added McCree as a new bot, and that's nice. So now there's 7 bots instead of 6. But they also nerfed McCree. McCree also got nerfed, and once again, people are losing their mind. Apparently, he was pretty OP with a certain ability combo and attack.
High Noon?
Yeah, not High Noon, not his ultimate. It was the one where he throws a flashbang and then rapidly fires his pistol. People would spam that and abuse that. And now they've changed that. And again, I don't know. I'm all over the place with Overwatch. Like, I see all these changes and additions, like with McCree, with the competitive mode. I'm just like, yeah, cool. But everyone else is losing their minds. Should people be making a big deal out of this? I mean, I don't know. I look at this news and I get such mixed feelings. Like, okay, how different is the game now? It's still Overwatch. I thought everybody loved this game to death, and a few little changes happen now. Everybody says, "Oh, it's an awful game." All of a sudden, has something bad genuinely happened, or is this really just the typical gamer overreaction here?
Typical overreaction, probably.
I think so too. Yeah. Anytime, plus it's a nerf, so you can never try to logically work with gamers when you throw the word nerf in there. You just cannot. They don't have logic after that. I mean, look at chat. There's a stupid comment here. Industry is overly lazy, sending out broken and half-done games. This is exactly the kind of stupidity I'm talking about. Like, I just, why, if it's so boring or shitty to you, just don't play. You know, it just, there's other things to do. If games are making your life that horrible, don't even bother. Like, you know, because nobody wants to be around that level of negativity. It just, or play games solo, like chess. Play chess against yourself. That's great, right?
What?
I'm just trying to bring a little levity to the salt that I'm throwing. But
you're on your own on this one, James.
Oh, I've got no problem with that. I've got no problem with it because it's the same thing that we brought it up in other topics in other podcasts before, where gamers will like a certain game. They'll say they love the game, but all they do is shit on it. It's like, why,
the developers can't win.
Why are you? What? You even said you did it yourself.
They're a piece of shit if they
you
delay the game.
You even said it yourself with DCUO, right? Where you were like, you know what? Fuck this game. They're going down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
100%. But I mean, come on. I mean, they had 5 years to get their shit right.
Right.
I mean,
that's
the time,
a fair amount of time, I
years.
would say. That's a fair amount of time. Yeah. 5 years. That's reasonable.
I mean, you got a beta. You're still in beta after 5 years. Come on, man. You know, fire your development team and get a new one in there at least after 5 years. I'm for that. But the gaming company, they can't win if they delay their games. They suck. You know what I mean? They're pieces of shit if they delay the game.
Right.
If they bring it out a little early.
Yeah.
You know, and it's not totally complete. I mean, I agree a little bit about what Lethal Migraine, or that's kind of a weird name. That's kind of a cool name.
I can totally
a little bit
understand like some of it.
Yeah,
but
some of the developers do it. It's a greed thing. You can tell some of the developers are just trying to cash in, but some of they're on a deadline.
Producers.
Yeah,
publishers.
That's the other
publishers. Exactly.
It's not always the devs.
Right.
It's not the devs. It's the public. Exactly. So,
exactly. So that's why
I can see both sides.
Yeah. So when you throw in it's like talking about the people that make the vehicles versus the people that are running the marketing and whatever to sell you the vehicle. You know, you got the actual people that are putting the time in to actually go into the fact. Well, now it's a lot of robots, but you had people going into factories making these vehicles. You can tell me that they're lazy. You know, I don't think so. It's just, they're not always running the show. That's kind of like, saying developers in that case. I'm trying to find some common ground for people to understand that it's still a creative and technical, exercise in work is what it is. It's work. So, that's why
we don't know what's going on behind the scenes.
Right. That's why indie shit came out because developers got tired of having their plans and their games hijacked. And, we wanted this to happen, but instead, this is the story of Warframe, how that came to be. They wanted one game to occur. It didn't happen because of other reasons. They said, okay, we're going to make our game, and we're going to see...
And they went out on their own and developed their own studio.
Exactly.
Well, the same thing happens with movie studios.
Damn right.
The movie's not done yet, and the executive of the movie studio says, oh, no, we're going to release it that day. We don't care if it's the final edit, the final polished edit. So they're rushing. It's just you don't know what's going. You don't know who's pulling the strings.
Yeah,
like behind the scenes. So
I'm not saying don't be salty, don't be whatever, don't air your grievances, but direct it where it needs to fucking go. You know.
Now the Batman Arkham game. There's
exactly.
That's ridiculous. That was ridiculous.
Now we're talking. That's what
Knight?
I said. Direct it where it needs to go.
I agree 100% with what Lethal Migraine says regarding that game. I mean, come on, you know what I mean? But they're more worried about the console than the damn PC port.
Exactly. That's what I meant. Direct
and
it where
it
it needs
bit them
to
in
go.
the ass.
And it bit them in the ass.
Right.
Thank you. They lost money.
But not every fucking game that's come out is a piece of shit, and not every dev that does
something.
something. So when you throw a blanket
absolutely.
statement like that, yeah, I'm gonna fucking say something because that's stupid, and it's gonna make me think, why are you a person playing video games then? It takes.
I mean, if we're all being honest here, if we actually take, like, and even if we take an objective look at just the past couple of years of gaming, we've got some
last year and this year have been amazing. It really has.
Oh my god!
Even Count was saying, I don't even know what to time-wise. What can I do? Because there's too many good games. I don't want to count. You were talking about like do production stuff for YouTube or play the games that you actually like and enjoy. You know, which one's better?
Well, I mean, if YouTube doesn't pay my rent, thank God, or I'd be living in a goddamn refrigerator box. But anyway,
I wouldn't even know that.
Gamertron, I can understand where he's got a. But when I come home from work, do I want to play a game or do I want to make a video about a game? Mm-hmm. Which one? You know what I mean? So
yeah,
you know,
I got that same dilemma. Do I want?
How do we get on that? I'm sorry, you transitioned on me. I was writing in chat. I'm sorry.
Oh, in regards to the quality of games, there's so many good games out right now. It's hard to like. I think that spills over. You were saying yourself, you have a lot of good games that you want to play. So do you want to play those, or do you want to do production work? You want to play the games. If there weren't that many good games, you probably wouldn't want to fucking play them that much.
Well, that's why I'm thinking about going to YouTube Gaming for the live streaming, because bam, you don't have to export it or highlight it. It's there. You know what I mean? On your channel. So it's the lazy way out.
Yeah. No. Well, I think it's probably a smart way too, because you can also do your ad revenue. So.
Yes.
There's some things about Twitch that still have it right. Although, did you notice, if you haven't noticed recently, YouTube now has it to where you can set your mods up, so you don't have to type them every fucking time, which is stupid.
That's right. Right.
But I don't want to get too far off track. But sorry, I can't. You can't. I would rather lose one person or a sector of the listeners that only like to shit on things than have that be the people that I'm interacting with. I'm sorry, I would. I can't deny that. So
I hear you, man. I hear you.
Yeah.
Oh, anyways, moving on. More news. So actually, this news ties in with the games that I have been playing this week. That's The Division. The Division got its first paid expansion, Underground.
Ooh, I did not know that.
Paid expansion.
Its first paid expansion. I got the season pass, so I immediately got it, and I was.
How much is it for the plebs? How much is it for us plebs that can't season pass it up?
Okay, for those who can't season it pass, one sec. I'm taking a look at the store page, DLC, and this is Canadian dollars. Sorry, Underground for me is $15.
So that's like what, $10 for us, something like that.
Well, it's $15. Which actually, I would.
That's more for us.
No, their dollars way. It's not as much as ours.
Ours is way higher.
Especially after fucking Brexit.
You're right.
Our dollar is probably the best. Well, Chinese. I think probably the yuan, probably Chinese dollar might be better. But yeah, we're definitely up there now after Europe or England fucked over Europe there.
Okay. All right, so the thing about Underground is, well, I think that's a decent price, the $15 price tag for the paid expansion, and it's actually a pretty good price for the amount of content you're getting. So what they did with Underground, and I think you may like this, Janter, they took kind of a Warframe approach. Instead of making, like, one giant new area, what they did is they created a system of what they call operations. Operations are basically like missions in Warframe.
Why would I like it? I don't have the game.
If you let me finish.
Yeah, please go ahead. Finish.
Yeah. You played the game.
Okay.
Anyways, with operations, what you do is first you select a difficulty, and once you select a difficulty, you can add modifiers. And once you add the modifiers, it adds to how much experience you gain.
You're right. I really like that idea. That's fucking great. I wish Warframe would do that.
And on top of that, you can get better loot as well. And the thing about these operations, they all take place underground. Now, I will admit that's a bit of a disappointment because I love New York City. I love the surface.
That's kind of cool, though, going underground, going to the sewers and subway system. Is that what you're talking about? That's kind of cool.
Oh, it absolutely is cool. It's just a personal preference. Like, I love exploring the open world. I'm not saying it's not cool. I'm just saying.
I'm just messing with you.
You just giving some shit. Do you have the Division? It seems
No,
like
I
a game you
get
would
it,
play.
though. I want to get it.
Yeah, it seems like you'd play that.
I absolutely think you'd like the Division count. But with the thing about Underground is it pulls a Warframe in that it has randomly generated tile sets.
Oh, okay, all right.
Oh,
They can do
cool.
that because it looks like shit.
It's really cool.
Yeah,
it's really cool. Like, so I've done a couple operations, and every time that I was in a new room, enemies were set up differently, and there's these new like environmental traps that they've added that weren't there's now RC cars that the enemies can control and direct them to you and blow up. There's now alarms.
Siege much? Jeez.
Yeah.
There's now alarms that if you don't disable will keep bringing in more enemies. On top of that, like deafen your hearing so that you can't hear them. And there's a variety of other traps as well, including, this is really cool, the enemies now have this jammer that disables your special abilities. Again,
you're kidding
Warframe.
me.
Yeah. So you have to focus on destroying that jammer. Usually one grenade takes it out, but that's a whole grenade you got to use to take out a jammer.
It's pretty useful, though. Good trade-off, I'd say.
On top of that, like the loot that you gain in Underground doing operations, like it's really damn good. The Underground is now one of the most effective ways to get really good loot. Like, I was getting nothing but gold drops.
And you don't have to worry about people jacking your shit?
Oh, yeah, no. Like, you can play solo or you can play co-op. It's recommended co-op because all of Underground's operations are no respawns, unlike the story missions that have respawns. So if you die once, you gotta go back to the beginning. It adds an extra challenge, but again, it's more so for co-op. They really want you to play co-op and like so everybody gets the loot, have an easier time, and you can try the harder difficulties. Like, there's no way I could solo the challenging difficulty or they've added a brand new difficulty, not just the story missions, but of course for Underground, called Heroic, which is even harder than challenging, and challenging was already pretty fucking hard. It was the hardest difficulty in the game. Now they have an even harder difficulty. So for the hardcore Division players, like, there's there's a lot of Underground adds a lot of new content, and that whole replayable randomly generated tile sets from these new Underground operations, it adds a lot to the game. It adds a lot to the Division. I think Underground is a great addition to the game, and again, like, I was already coming back to the Division daily to do my dailies, my daily missions and rewards.
I know Eddie Ammo is playing the Division as well. I'm sure he likes it. I have to chat with him and Graham to get a balanced idea of what they think of it as well.
Well, Graham says that the co-op focus is kind of pulling them away from the game. It says in the chat.
Oh, it certainly is co-op focused with Underground, but like, you can solo on like normal and hard difficulty, but no one, like Graham, I think Graham can agree with me, no one's solo's challenging difficulty. It's impossible. Doesn't matter how good there's too many enemies that do too much damage. It's impossible.
There's a guy that beat Dark Souls 3 without getting hit. Never say challenging to the gaming community.
Yeah,
they will take you up on that and then do it like 36 hours being awake. They'll do stupid shit, like, oh yeah, well, I sat in a vat of Jello and played it, just it's just, I don't know, they will just do whatever the hell and show you how much you're wrong. And
but it's like Destiny. You can't do you can do the hard solo, but you can't anything higher than that. You need somebody. You need at least one other person.
Oh, I see.
Does the Underground, like your open world, and then it has like an open world aspect, and then you hit respawning restricted zones, or is it like no respawn from the get-go?
It's no respawn for the get-go when you start an operation. Like, it doesn't affect like the open world. It's specifically for these new operations.
So it's a queue up. You queue for the instance.
Yeah, you queue for the
Okay,
instance and
alright.
everything. What happens is, like, we have a new section. The new hub world, the new base, your base of operations now has a new section. It has a new section to it that connects to a subway. And I really like the design of this new section to the base, where the rest of the base, like, it looks like a ragtag group of civilians and cops working together to create, like, a settlement. This new, intelligence center, the new intelligence, anyway, Operations Intelligence Center? I forget what they call it. But this new addition to the base, this new addition to the hub, it's very military-esque. It's very professional. It makes you feel like, I don't know, you're in the headquarters of S.H.I.E.L.D. There's computer monitors, guys in suits talking about information, coordinating strikes and stuff like that. I really like the design of this. It makes you feel like a badass, like you are going on these important missions into the underground to take out enemies and collect loot. It's really good. So for the new underground content, I recommend it. If you have the Division and you're looking to spice things up or just have more content on top of that, like, I recommend Underground. I already really like the Division, and Underground just makes me like it even more so. Like, I'm already replaying the game daily. Now I have even more reason to replay the game daily. Oh, there's such good loot drop, guys. Such good loot drops. But one last thing that was added with the expansion is a new incursion, which are basically the raids of the Division. The new incursion called Dragon's Nest, where it has a unique boss battle that's basically 4 boss battles in one. You know those big, giant flamethrower guys? I'm sure you've seen them in like some of the promotional stuff for the Division.
Right.
The big guys with gas masks.
Somebody knows
that.
They know what you're talking about.
Well, in the new Dragon's Nest, the boss battle against, and I love the name of these bosses, the 4 Horsemen. They're basically these super powerful cleaners with machine guns, flamethrowers, and it adds really something new to the Division's incursions. Like the first incursion, which you even saw Jens or me try to play, like it had those unique drone enemies, and the boss was an APC, a vehicle. With this, like, it takes the toughest enemy in the game, quadruples it, adds a bunch of environmental traps everywhere, and if you beat this incursion, again, guaranteed fucking epic loot. I love that Ubisoft, like, they're being extremely generous with this expansion. They're being extremely generous as...
Do you think that has anything to do with the fact that they were being really kind of assholes just a little bit ago with all the banning? And I mean, because there was so much cheating, and so they were like,
appeasing
they were like,
appeasing the game.
We'll ban you all of you. Everyone's banned, even if you paid for it. You'll never be able to play again. Yeah. Well, maybe they're trying to the nice is coming out to overcompensate. You know.
I guess so, man. Because the whole time I was playing Underground, I was getting nothing but rare and ultra rare loot drops. It was amazing. Nothing but gold and the gear set items. You know, the gear set items, that turquoise color.
They're trying to win some favor from the community.
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, it's extremely rewarding. Yeah, it is. So it is a shame about what happened with the Division earlier, but you shouldn't. I don't know. I don't know. I'm mixed.
Hey, if you enjoy the game,
I'm mixed.
What do you I mean, there's some people that don't give a shit about the news. They just play video games. They don't care about
same here.
The bullshit drama. They don't care about hearing all this stuff like what we're doing right now. They just play the game, and they're probably having a decent time, you know.
And that's what I'm doing. Like again. So with the new expansion for the Division, I recommend it. I personally recommend. Going to be making a video about it this week. It's just a great addition. Great addition. It adds some great content, adds a lot of replayability, and just fantastic loot drops. Guys, I cannot emphasize how much good loot I was getting playing with the content, the new expansion. It was wonderful. On top of new games I was able to play this week, Count, I thanked you last week. Gotta thank you again. Thank you so much for gifting me FireWatch, man.
I still owe you a game. I still owe you like $14.
It's true. I just listened back to that part of that podcast. $15, you said. So. Yeah.
Oh. Janzer's taking money out of my wallet.
Buy him a dollar DLC.
I apologize.
$1 DLC for something.
Janzer, I was trying
to
online. Save some money.
Everyone can hear. Everyone knows. You better delete that Podbean podcast, and no one will know.
Yeah, really. I was trying to pull a smooth one there, but oh well. Go ahead, FireWatch.
Like $12. It's
FireWatch. Well, I uploaded like kind of a review video this week. It's just a really good game. If you like stories, if you like a good story and good voice acting, I was about to call it Overwatch.
FireWatch. You are a fanboy. Go ahead.
So thank you, Count. I really needed that.
I'm kidding.
I know, man. With FireWatch though, it was just as a story and just as a story and as an experience, it was great. It was really fucking great. I really enjoyed my time with FireWatch. I replayed it instantly to try out all the different dialogue options and to see how the story would play out if I made different choices. It's just a really good game. Like, I gotta praise the game for its visuals, because this runs on the Unity engine. If you guys have been following like some of the drama concerning the Unity engine, like it's used by a lot of, and I hate to use this word, a lot of hack indie developers. Like, they use the Unity engine basically just to reuse assets and easily steal assets.
How can I make a quick buck?
Exactly. But with FireWatch, they actually took the Unity engine and made something of it. The environment is beautiful. I'm looking at the environment in FireWatch, I'm like, there's no way this is the Unity engine, but it is the Unity engine, and it looks fantastic.
Last podcast I said there was that one Unity movie, and I can believe it. I mean, that movie was really nice looking.
The FireWatch takes place in the Shoshone Forest, the big Shoshone Forest. It takes place. You are a fire watchman, of course, in the middle of the forest, like watching fires. And then some crazy stuff happens, and I wouldn't dare spoil the story, but some crazy stuff happens, and the protagonist Henry, along with his boss Delilah, have to work together to try and figure stuff out, and all the while you're exploring this beautiful environment. And the characters, Henry and Delilah, the voice acting was fucking top notch. Like, there is just countless moments throughout the game where I forgot I was playing a game, and it felt like these were real people talking to one another. The dialogue was so well written and so believable. Like, they swear, they make lewd jokes. They talk almost like how we talk. They talk like I hear the voice acting, I listen to the writing, and it just sounds so genuine. And it's so rare now. Like, with video games, usually it's very epic, it's very over the top, and I appreciate that. But sometimes when you want, like, Firewatch is just so genuine with its characters and its character development. It's really nice. It's a real nice thing to experience, and I love discovering the mystery. I loved exploring the environment. Count, I cannot thank you enough for gifting me Firewatch, man. It's such a good game.
I think you're the perfect person to gift
half-hour
anything.
To beat it? I'm sorry, Janzer. Go ahead.
No, you said something. You go for it.
How long did it take you to beat it? A half hour? I mean,
5 hours. 5 hours.
It was 5 hours.
The game's not long; it's short, but it can be longer depending if you're looking for all the secrets and.
That's $3 an hour.
I guess.
All right.
But it is.
I said Gamertron is the best person to gift anything, because it's just positives.
Yeah.
What I'm hearing
Except
is like, sounds boring. Not to be mean, but I don't want to hear standard dialogue that I could write. I want to hear over the top bullshit, because it's a video game and it should be an otherworldly experience, not like, hey, Count,
this guy gets hyped about the phone book. You know this shit, man.
I do not get hyped about the phone book.
Guys, did you see this year's edition of the phone book?
You
would find something. Shut up! You know you would find something good about it. You know you would. And the thing is,
Acme Cleaners.
The thing is,
Acme Cleaners.
I would say, I would hear what you'd say, and I'd be like, motherfucker, he's right. He's right. And now I'm hyped about it too.
I actually want to buy Firewatch now.
I know.
A game I had no interest in.
It's true.
I could have gotten it free on the PlayStation Store.
I've heard about it. Yeah.
Fucking didn't even do it. Oh well.
Shit.
Well, I'm not gonna lie. Firewatch is not gonna be for everybody. Like, it's a story-based game. It doesn't turn to a first-person shooter or an action game at any point. It's all about the story and the characters.
You throw like fire grenades, right?
No, no, you don't. Unfortunately.
Shit.
There was a fire bat in StarCraft. Do you play as a fire bat? You just go around burning everything. That's awesome. Watch this fire. Yeah. Cool, man. Well, I've heard good things about it before. I don't think that I'm hearing anything new. Like, it's a good fucking game. It's a good game. Yeah. So that's good.
It was the top-selling game for like the month on the PlayStation Store for a while.
Well,
I know that.
I believe it. And not just that, Firewatch is a great example of YouTube helping games. Time and time again, you hear, every once in a while, not all the time, you hear some indie developer say, oh, YouTubers like ruin the sales of my game.
When they have a shitty game. That's correct.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but look at Firewatch. Like, the reason Firewatch sold so well is because YouTubers played it and, like, other people saw it and, like, wow, I need to play this game. I want to play this game. I want to experience the story. Yeah.
Oh, God. Yeah. Oh, God.
Like Bear Simulator.
Oh, God. Yeah. There's so many things that Gamertron you've brought up that I have things that I could talk about.
Oh, my God.
Like tie-ins, but I'm not. I'll wait till it's my,
Is it better than Outlast? Is Firewatch...
Better than Outlast?
Which game do you like better? I mean, they're totally different games.
Well, I haven't played Outlast, so I can't give my opinion.
Wait, you haven't played Outlast?
You haven't played Outlast?
I've watched
That's like
everyone
a kind
else
of a
play.
game.
I've watched everyone else play Outlast. I've never had a chance to play it myself.
Clicking
like
on Steam now. Looking.
You know I'm gonna have to make a video.
I just want to see how much it is. I'm not. Gonna...
Oh, it's probably like $3 or $5.
Okay, fair enough. If it's that cheap, you're gonna.
Damn, I'd still owe you $10.
Damn. Have this go towards Count's debt, and then.
He paid the debt himself. I didn't say.
But I'm helping out. All right, so just accept it.
I am in debt, Janzer. I'm telling you. I got the GamerTron credit bill.
Yeah,
I got the GamerTron bill in the mail.
Actually, because our dollar is stronger, you don't have to worry.
Oh, I win. Then I just win by living. All right, cool. I wake up in the morning and I make money. That's fucking sweet. All right. I'm sorry, man.
But it's interesting that you bring up Outlast as a horror game compared to Overwatch. No, I was about to call it Overwatch.
God damn it! That's twice you've done.
I know.
I know Blizzard. Now you're in Blizzard's payroll. I know you are.
Oh my fucking God!
You're doing some subliminal shit here. Oh my God.
Anyways, Firewatch. The interesting thing about Firewatch is even though there's no action in the game and there's no way to die in the game. There are moments where I was genuinely afraid. Like, the story ramps up, and the mystery starts to build, and tension starts to rise. And now, I was actually genuinely afraid, like, am I going to get attacked? Is a bear going to jump out at me or something?
Right, you're looking for something, right.
Mm-hmm. Like, especially at night. The game gets genuinely scary at night, and then you hear animals in the distance and the cracking of branches.
That's pretty cool.
The audio in Firewatch is really fucking good. Really good audio over not just the voice acting, but the music and the environmental sound effects. Like, Firewatch, even though Firewatch is an indie game, it doesn't feel like an indie game. It looks and feels like a AAA experience. Right. It's so well made. All right, that's enough of me gushing about Firewatch. Now I'm going to gush about Doom for the next few minutes.
Again?
Right, well, because it got a new update. I'll make it quick.
No, it's not about quick. Just go ahead and I already know what you're going to say. Go ahead. So
Doom got its first free update. They made
it
some
technically
balancing.
got updated before. Thank you very much.
True. They addressed the issue of multiplayer gun balancing, and there was an issue in the multiplayer with the gun balance. Like, everyone basically who played Doom multiplayer agreed. Like, basically the minigun is the top tier gun. Like, that's the gun that has the highest rate of fire and does the most damage, DPS, so on, so on.
Yeah, so it should.
It's a minigun.
Yeah, it's a Gatling gun. Oh, yeah, hell,
yeah, but multiplayer kind of loses its fun when everyone is using the minigun and not using the other weapons.
Okay, well, no.
So they've done the weapon balancing. The weapons are so the minigun got a nerf, the Hellshot got a buff, and all the other weapons got little buffs and nerfs here and there, and it's far more well balanced. I jumped into some Doom multiplayer.
I'm still waiting until they actually do the redevelopment or whatever it themselves, an ID.
I know. That's coming this month. That's coming this month. But next to that, Snap Map got a few new things, got a few new props and some optimization. People were having some issues here and there, and they've addressed that. No, Hell Levels, that's coming this month.
Okay.
That's coming this month. We're going to be getting them soon.
Yeah, that's cool.
Like, so for those of you who are already big Doom fans like myself, we got a ton of more free content coming our way to Doom, which is wonderful. But the thing that shocked me the most was the single-player campaign. Now, this is a tiny thing. This is a small thing. But no other fucking AAA game is doing this nowadays. They added an option to have the classic, like, gun view, where instead of having, like, you're holding the gun and it's on the right of the screen,
it centers the gun.
Center of the screen.
Yeah.
It looks so weird, but it's so cool.
Yeah, that's definitely old school.
Yeah.
I replayed some of the Doom classic levels with this turned on. I'm like, oh my god, I'm playing like a HD definition version of the old Doom. This is so freaky.
I like the way it is.
Yeah, I like the gun on the right too. Like, I honestly prefer it. But as something to goof around with and look at all the guns from a different angle, it's fun for the little thing it is.
I mean,
yeah.
They don't have a left. It's not on the left side, so I mean.
I hear you, man.
That's how I used to play Counter-Strike. Counter-Strike originated with left-hand mode only.
I know.
Right.
So I got
crazy.
used to it because of that. Like, I had played other, FPSs before that, but I played so much Counter-Strike that it kind of burned that into my existence. And I don't really find games do that much, so.
Mm-hmm. Well, last thing I want to talk about when it comes to Doom. It has a photo mode. So for those of you that like to mess around with other games that have photo modes, such as Shadow of Mordor, and what's some other games? What are other games that have photo modes, damn it?
I don't know, but I ran like a photo contest in Warframe just to say, like, look at these environments, go out there and find some really cool environments, because people used to say, Warframe looks all the same. I was like, no, it fucking doesn't. It did when it first came out, because it was all in a Grineer ship. But when they added like Phobos and Earth, and there was just so many different environments. And sure enough, people came back with all these different like screenshots that were just amazing. And so no, that's cool for, like, I think people that are doing production type stuff, but
and just people who love like taking screenshots, because there are gamers that just love to screenshot everything they see.
I don't know that.
Really?
Like, well, there's people that do that in real life, so I guess that makes sense. That's kind of weird, but sure. Yeah.
Mad Max had a photo mode. Thank you, Phil.
Yeah.
Yes, Mad Max
did. That was a great game that I never played.
You'll play it eventually.
No, I won't. No, it looked cool. I watched a playthrough of it. Yeah.
All right.
I saw the entire.
Yeah,
game.
it was the free game on the Humble Bundle monthly a couple months back, and I have the code for it, but I never did add it.
You will eventually.
I
do recommend Mad Max. If you like open world games and you like Mad Max, you'll definitely enjoy it. It was in my top 10 of games of 2015.
It looked cool, but I'd prefer watching the movies.
Oh, that's understandable completely.
Talking about Hardy or Mel Gibson?
I haven't seen the new one.
I haven't seen the new one either.
Yeah, I hear it's not really about him, anyways. I hear it's about like the other people in there, in the movie.
It's about
he's just kind of like.
I saw the other ones in the movie theater when I was a kid.
Guys, you gotta see Fury Road.
Sure.
How have you not seen Fury?
It's not going anywhere, dude.
It's on Netflix. It's on Netflix right now.
Shit.
Go see it.
Did it really?
Is
on
it?
Netflix?
Yes,
no, it's not.
It's been on Netflix
I would have seen it
forever.
Fury Road?
It has been on Netflix. I know that.
Why
for
doesn't
a
it
fact.
pop up in the new stuff? Yeah, it could be a Canada thing. I'm gonna look right now. It would show up.
No way I missed
in fact, they would send me an email saying, because that's a big movie.
Right.
Fury Road.
I swear to God. I swear to God.
Your search for did not have any matches.
Yeah, it's not on there.
I swear I saw it on Netflix.
Nope.
Mad Mel Gibson.
Nope.
Nope, nothing.
See, I like the Road Warrior. I like that one. That was cool.
Oh, that's a good movie. Yeah.
Mad Max. Nope. Titles related to Mad Max. Not it. No, it's definitely a regional thing.
Okay, well, anyways, back to Doom in the photo mode. So, it's really cool. They give you a lot of options to mess around with stuff like make it look cinematic or gritty, and you can have complete control of the camera angle. And it's just, as a YouTuber, it's great for thumbnails because now I can get close-up shots of demons. And when you actually when you're not busy killing the demons, and you actually get to look at the models in game, like the animation and the detail on the demon models, on the enemies, like, it's wow. They really jam-packed the detail on those character models. and photo mode just gives me a new appreciation for the visuals of the game. So I won't. You guys know I could gush about Doom all day, so I'll stop. I'll stop myself now before we go on for like 3 hours talking about how amazing the game is. So I think there is one last thing I wanted to bring up.
Well, we're not ending the podcast, but so if you remember it, it's fine.
Okay, just very quickly,
Sure.
What was it? Oh yes, System Shock. For those of you who don't know, System Shock, the original System Shock is being remade. An indie studio is making a remaster, and the demo is out. The demo is out for those who kickstarted the game, and there's gameplay up on YouTube. And I have to say, I've never been interested in playing a System Shock game before,
nice.
but that demo for the new System Shock remaster, it looked genuinely good, looked genuinely interesting. And I love games that have been inspired by System Shock. You guys know I love Dead Space. Dead Space is some of my favorite games of all time. And if it wasn't for System Shock, there probably wouldn't be a Dead Space. So because System Shock just inspired, there wouldn't be a Bioshock without System Shock. So many games were inspired by System Shock that I'm glad the original game is getting a remaster so that the new people can have an appreciation for a game that really started a lot. It started.
Well, that's another game that they're doing with the Unity engine, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
Yeah,
and again,
I thought I read that.
It looks nothing like Unity. Like when developers actually give a shit and have some skill in using the Unity graphics engine, they can make some good-looking games with that engine. I'm very impressed. Yeah. I'm very, very impressed.
No, it's true. It's true. And we brought that up when I talked about the Unity. That Unity trailer, it's kind of a trailer, but it's like a little short movie. I think it's called Adam. I had posted the links and whatever, and how beautiful that was, and how sure, if you don't have any skill in X, whatever that is, then yes, you're going to make shit, And if the Unity engine is like tool wise free to use, then you're going to get a level. You're going to get a percentage of shit, and you're going to get a small percentage of people that know what they're doing or know how to figure it out. So yeah, that's the nature of anything, If you put a threshold of like you have to pay $10,000 for this engine, then you're only going to get the people that really are serious about being able to get something done in it, because that's a high bar to pass, and just to fuck around, or steal people's assets.
Right. And by the way, anyone can get access to this demo if you back them up on Kickstarter right now. If you back them up, System Shock on Kickstarter, you can get access to the alpha demo. So, So for those of you who want to,
go ahead. Sorry.
So for those of you who are interested in playing this demo and are big System Shock fans, all you gotta do is send some money the devs' way.
$5.
Yeah.
Can you send $5?
I think you can. I don't have the I don't have the Kickstarter up right now.
If you've got the link, Gamertron, just throw it in the chat for people that are actually here.
Well, anyways, that's my portion done. That's the stuff I wanted to talk about. That's the games I played this week, Division and FireWatch. Oh, actually, Count, you and I can talk about this. Count and I, for the very first time, got
Marvel
to co-op some
Gamertron joined Marvel Heroes.
Yeah, he did. He got on Marvel Heroes. He's playing. He's playing Squirrel Girl.
Sweet.
Yeah, and,
that makes sense. That makes sense. That's
he loves Squirrel Girl. He can't quit gushing about it. And,
Girl?
go ahead. What? Go ahead.
He's got her gushing everywhere on the streets.
Ooh, Squirrel Girl gush. Anna Kendrick wants to play Squirrel Girl. Ooh, speaking of gushing. Anyway, go ahead.
What the hell happened here?
I have no idea.
It's awesome. That's what happened. Oh, man.
Count, I'd prefer you talked about this so I can actually take a bite of my sandwich. Please, Count and I, for the first time, got to co-op some Battleborn, and it was fucking awesome.
Sweet.
So,
it was awesome.
While I take a bite of my food, please share our awesome experiences co-oping Battleborn and how different it is from playing solo.
Well, actually, it's kind of... that's the first time that you have ever played the co-op in Battleborn, right? You had never played... Oh, I forgot. You're eating your sandwich.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
He's throwing you to the wolves.
No, I'm going to ask him some questions while he has his mouth full.
There you go. Ask him some poignant questions on life, though. Very open questions.
Was so much fun doing... I love the... some games you have some escort missions. There's quite a few escort missions in the story.
Huh? Nice.
Yeah, escorts. We ran out of money.
Oh, okay.
But there's a couple defense missions, and yeah, it was just a lot of fun. I played the melee character Wrath, and you were the genie,
I
water
play,
healer.
The characters I got to play as a healer and then a tank. Yeah, Alani, that's her name, and then Attackus. And it was really cool. I was healing Count while he was hacking away at enemies, and I was tanking damage when he was attacking them from behind. Like, we schooled one of those bosses because I was tanking all the damage, and you were doing critical damage from the back. Like
from behind,
after playing Battleborn for so long solo, playing it with another player, it's an awesome experience.
That's cool. Yeah, co-op's usually pretty decent.
Yeah, but yeah, you know what? I'm having more fun. I have more fun playing Battleborn than I did Doom. I'll be honest.
Whoa!
Fair enough.
Yeah,
they're different
I'm
games.
serious.
I totally
love
get
Doom. Doom's a great game, but for
Totally
me,
get
the
it.
fun factor playing co-op with Gamertron on the Battleborn it's just I don't know. Just more fun for me. The fun factor.
I get that.
Doom's a better game graphically. I mean, Doom is a better game, but Battleborn to me. The co-op is the game changer. So we definitely need to do that again with maybe a couple more people.
Oh yeah,
if we can.
I have a couple other friends that play, and maybe you can get some of your buds to play, or just more people in the Be Free community to come play Battleborn with us,
Or the Gamertron community. You got to.
true.
The
You have a dick
Gamertron
sword on
community.
that,
I
too.
forgot about that. I saw that video.
Wait, Dick Sword? What?
What?
Dick Sword? What? I don't have a Dick Sword. Who told you I have a Dick Sword?
That's what I call Discord. I just switch the letters around.
Okay.
I'm gonna get on
my
Dick Sword.
God. Oh my.
Yeah, so people
That's
can get
awesome.
on the B3 Gaming Dick Sword.
Anyways, so yeah, Battleborn co-op account was fucking awesome. So please, now while I eat, you guys, your topics for the week.
Oh, you're just throwing us. Okay, fine. Fair
Yeah,
enough.
your food's getting cold.
You could just, you had your food for like about an hour. I'm sorry that you have to eat it cold.
And it's still warm.
Okay.
It's still warm.
Well, let me add these topics here: Doom, and then Battleborn. Okay.
Division.
You talked
All
about the
that
Division.
good
I already
stuff.
got.
It wasn't really a
I got,
topic.
Yeah,
I
Steam
mean,
sale. I'll add it in. You can delete it if you want.
Oh, and to answer Graham's question, what sandwich? It's a chicken and cucumber sandwich.
Okay, all right, cool.
With
What?
ciabatta bun.
No cheese.
A chicken and cucumber.
No
Okay.
cheese, but pepper.
Mayo?
Got some pepper on here. A bit of mayo, yeah.
Okay. All right. Fair enough. Avocado? No. Tomato?
Not an avocado, but yes, tomato.
Okay,
There's
I hate
slight-
avocados. My
love
wife
avocado.
fucking loves them.
I like
hate
them.
them.
I do.
And I hate
hated them
guacamole.
growing up.
I fucking hate guacamole.
Well, people can make it horribly, and if you go to a restaurant, a lot of times it's horrible as well.
avocado in guacamole.
It basically is.
Okay, I don't
Avocado.
know what.
Yeah,
I don't know
guacamole is-
food.
is
I
avocado.
know pizza.
Then they throw
That's about
bullshit in there depending on
Yeah.
how fancy they want to be or how shitty they want to be.
I know pizza, bologna, and hot dogs.
Yeah, pizza
You know what I
bologna.
mean?
All right,
Yeah.
I'll eat that. if
my God.
if they made a pizza flavored bologna that I could eat
Jen.
in a sandwich,
I
would
want
be.
to do a food podcast.
I would be
Fuck
totally.
video games.
Jensen, look what you fucking started in the chat. Now everybody's
I didn't
talking
start
about
anything.
my dick. Look,
You talked
everyone's talking about my
They're
dick
talking
sword.
about food. Cucumber.
They're talking about
pizza.
dick swords.
I'm hungry. You made Temporo cry because you're eating a sandwich. See? That's just social eating. There you go. Speaking of, let's roll into one of those things. I'm gonna let's see. Me, Count, Gamertron. So me. Okay. Yeah, I'll go next. Yeah, Twitch of course is opening up. I think, or they've already opened up that eating portion.
Yes, I saw that.
Where you can just watch people eat stuff. So I'm waiting for
fuck
the
outta
next
here.
one where it's like bowel movements. You know, you can watch people that have bowel. And the sleeping section, you know, where you can just watch people sleep all creepy, like and
Durable
whatnot.
racing or some
Yeah,
stupid
watch
shit.
my
Yeah,
dog
I mean,
take a
come
poop.
on.
You know,
Yeah.
and so that's going to be the next one too. It's not human, so it's an animal, so it's okay.
I mean, how shitty is the food channel? Think about the food channel for a second. You have starving kids everywhere.
I don't know,
And
dude.
what if they got a television and tuned into the fucking food
All of
channel?
this is, and it's the same thing with Twitch and gaming too. It's all about this forced disconnection that people are pushing themselves towards, where they don't want to interact, but they do want to have an experience with other people, and so they're watching it online, no matter what it is. Like, because the eating thing has been a popular thing in like Asian country, like I think South Korea has been doing it for a while. Japan probably has been doing it. China, it's a big thing in other countries. And now Twitch is like, all right, fair enough. Let's go ahead and cash in on this, because that's all it is. They wouldn't give a shit unless it had anything to do with money. And they can see a portion of the population actually bothering with it. So like, yeah, go ahead. We're not doing porn yet, but just wait, give it a few years, and Twitch porn is going to be or the closest thing to it, maybe. We'll see how long that takes.
Wait! Aren't we? Don't we already have that with the cam girls? Like, isn't
That's
that
not
already
porn,
a thing?
man.
It's borderline. Like,
No,
they
it's
barely.
not.
Well, if that's girl
whoring, but that's not. That's not. Yeah, I'm not.
Soda Poppin's girlfriend or whatever, the one that got banned. Yeah, she was. She would like She was doing like nip slips on purpose and stuff.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, they fucking banned her ass.
I missed that channel. Damn it.
Wait, who?
Yeah.
Who?
The VOD star?
It's Soda Poppin, the big World of Warcraft guy.
Yeah.
Soda
He's got a
Poppin.
shitload.
The guy, yeah, the guy that's actually playing Riders of Icarus.
There you go.
Yes, yeah.
Speaking of Riders of Icarus,
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Yeah.
Well, no, it's Janzers.
No,
sorry,
we can roll with it. Go ahead.
Go, Janzer, go.
It's okay. Speaking
Damn,
of
about
I know
Riders of Icarus.
this is my fault. I tried to insinuate something when I shouldn't have. I'm so sorry.
I'd rather
Janzer.
flow through it than like break and then like we're doing now. Just keep going. That's fine.
Oh, okay. Well, Riders of Icarus, I got the early access because I bought one of the founder packs. I'm a cheap ass. I wasn't going to pay $90 for the fucking founder. I wasn't going to put $90 in a game.
$90 is not.
It's the founders pack.
Cheap. That's expensive.
It's ridiculous.
It is.
Okay, they
You're
had
not a
3
cheap
tiers
ass at
of
all.
founders.
No.
Yeah, if people don't know what Riders of Icarus, it's kind of like the new MMO coming out. It's by Nexon, which they kind of have a bad reputation a little bit. So I was a little bit skeptical.
Why do they have a bad reputation?
For pay to win. I should have finished my sentence. They have a pay to win. They have a reputation to make their games pay to win. Supposedly.
Oh, the developer.
This is what I've heard. Yeah. So, I bought the low tier founders pack. It was like $24.99. It gave me like an 8-day early head start on the game. It's still in beta.
Okay.
It's still like open beta. Open beta starts like July 7th. But I'm loving the game so far. It's really great. It's got a few things that the community is kind of saying, It's got like a dire wounds debuff where if you like, it has a revive thing, kind of like Warframe does, where you can't use spin plat to revive.
Yeah, they kind of overhauled it. They actually made it a lot better. Now it's like you can revive 3 times per mission, and it takes away from infinity you've gotten during that mission. So, but you don't have like 3 per day anymore the way it used to be. Now
it's the same thing with Riders. In Riders of Icarus, you earn by doing achievements. You earn a currency, and you can get them other ways in the game as well. But you can earn a currency. You have your standard gold currency, and then you have a currency called elums. I believe they're called elums, and it costs you, like, it's starting out first 10 levels. It's only 1 elum per revive, or you can sit there and wait 5 minutes.
What?
So I just go to the. Yeah, or you have to sit there and wait 5 minutes. Yeah, it's kind of shady. It's a little shady.
Well, see, at least Warframe, you don't wait. You
can wait 5.
You lose the mission.
You can wait 5 minutes and it's free. You have all the free revives you want, but you have to wait 5 minutes. So I'll go make a sandwich or go to the bathroom or something. If I die. Yeah, it's
a pain
shady.
in the ass.
That's kind of shady because they want you to spend the elums, and of course you can buy elums. It's all.
I can just see people like not want. I mean, you know how people are with MMOs as it is. If you don't have this set of equipment, this skill set, we don't want you in the group because we want to succeed first time. I can see that only exacerbating that, making that even worse. Wow.
Yeah. Well, I mean, if you when you go into raids,
just
when
don't
you
die, right?
And go to the dungeons or have plenty of elums, because I noticed.
That's true.
I said, well, 1 elum's not bad because I started out. It gave me like 50 elums to start because the founders pack. I'm like, okay. And when I reached level 10, it cost me 3 elums to revive.
Oh,
yeah. And then I'm only like level 16, so I don't know what the higher levels are going to cost me.
And how can you get them in the game?
By doing achievements. You get them for achievements.
Are
you get them.
those like a weekly thing, or they're
No,
available anytime?
it's just like it's an MMO thing. They have them in Marvel Heroes. They have them in DC. They have them in World of Warcraft. It's just like you kill 100 monsters, you earn an achievement.
Okay.
You kill 500 monsters, or you complete
I hope
300
it doesn't
quests.
scale up because I can imagine.
Are there like sorry to interrupt? Are there limited achievements or are there unlimited achievements? Because if there's limited achievements,
there's a shit ton of achievements. I'm sure they're always adding achievements in the game.
Was getting at.
Yeah.
Was I hope they don't scale up because I can't imagine what it would be like after you've done you've killed the 100 wolves, you can't kill them again. You got to move on to 100 dire wolves. Now it's 100 greater wolves. Now it's 100. Like it just keeps
super mega
up.
Badass motherfucker.
Yeah, but they'll add a bunch of achievements, like every kind of. Supposedly they're having an aggressive content. They're adding content aggressively. That's what they say, like on a monthly basis, which Guild Wars 2 did. They had. But they'll add achievements and stuff. So it's a little, and I guess there's a dire wounds. Like if you die in certain, I don't know 100% about it, but for a little while, if you revive, you have like what's considered a dire wounds debuff, where like half of your stats are cut in half for a couple minutes, shit like that. So it's
ouch.
Yeah,
that's they're harsh.
It's a free to play game, but they're going to they're trying to get into your wallet a little bit. You know what I mean? But
it's not because of that. That's ridiculous.
It's not pay to win though. I mean, it's not like a pay to win aspect like DC Universe has now.
It doesn't seem like pay to win. It seems like pay to play and have an enjoyable experience.
Yeah, exactly.
Now it's pay to not be annoyed. It sounds like
So I'm taking my time with the game, trying not to die. I'm because you can like sit in the grass and heal faster, but they don't make you heal very fast in the game at all. Like just like an innate healing, like when you're walking around.
You're really not selling it, man. Jesus Christ, this sounds horrible.
No, it's a great game. Trust me, it's a lot of fun.
Okay, well, okay.
But you can't heal fast.
Tell us about the game.
You take 5 minutes to like get rezzed, or you can spend money on it, or you can wait to do these achievements, which they're going to end. How many of these? How is that going to scale achievement wise? They're going to. I'm curious.
Yeah,
we'll see where it goes. Yeah.
Well, I think it gives you. You get like a recharge on elums. They give you like I know there's login rewards. Elums. Like every 5 days you log in, you get like your elums go up. Like you get 10 elums.
We'll check back with you on that in 6 months and see how much you're bitching about it. Fucking elums. Fucking everything takes elums now.
Fucking elums.
Do you have to use elums to res your animals if they die?
No. No, it'll just come back. You can just summon it back. I think there's a cooldown because anything you tame, the gameplay is based on flying combat on your mount. And here's another kicker. Here's another thing that's not selling the game. When there's certain mounts where you get the mount, you tame the mount. You've seen the little mini game where you jump on the mount's back and you tame them, and then if the mount can fly naturally, you can fly with the mount. But you only get him for a certain amount of time. And you have to seal him. You have to find sealing stones to seal that mount to you, or you lose him after like 6 days. So there's an ongoing process where, and of course they're going to sell you sealing stones as well. Which I did get one in a drop in a dungeon. So they're trying to tap into your wallet, there's no doubt. But it's a free-to-play game. You know what I mean?
Okay.
So
there might be enough good stuff in there,
Okay,
yeah,
okay, Count. I really want to hear how you say a great deal of the game is about the flying combat and on your mount. So, but tell us about that. How is the flying mount combat?
I think it's awesome. You don't get it until like level 12, and they give you a crossbow. Like you earn a crossbow in a quest, and you can swap out between 2 different mounted weapon. Your mounted weapon. Your whole loadout changes when you're mounted. Your skill set. They have a skill tree for mounted combat. There's a skill tree for normal combat.
Okay. I got to admit, that's pretty cool.
That's kind of cool. And I've tried some of the mounted. You have like an elevation meter. Like it doesn't allow you to like skip over enemies in certain areas. If there's a lot of trees in the area, your mount can't fly more than like maybe 20 feet in the air. So you can't avoid combat that way. Because, people are like, I'll just fly over everything. You can't do that. You know what I mean? But there are open world bosses where you have to be on the mount. Like there's certain instances in some of the dungeons where the boss requires you to be up in the air on the mount. So it's kind of cool. I'm liking the mounted combat, and it allows you to do everything in the game while you're mounted. There's a lot of MMOs where you can't talk to a certain NPC if you're on the mount, and that's one thing I like about Riders. Like it's really focused on the mounted combat stuff. So far I'm loving the game. So far and I saw, like I said, I saw a lot of people live streaming it. Soda Poppin', who's a real popular Twitch live streamer, World of Warcraft player, he was liking it. He seemed like he was liking the game. He was streaming it. So
yeah.
That's kind of a positive for the game. But cool. I know a lot of our audience isn't MMO players, so.
Well, I mean, we cover whatever we want to. We're not. Once again, I try to remind everyone during the podcast that we are not a news outlet. We are not here for anything important.
Yeah, I'm going to talk about this.
We'll talk about whatever the hell we want. Yeah.
But I've already put like 15, 16 hours in the game, so I'm enjoying the game. It's got a few camera issues and stuff like that you can expect, but they may get it ironed out. But it's not a perfect game. Like most of the reviewers are giving it like 3.5, 4 stars out of 5. Most of them are giving like 3.5 stars. So it is what it is.
Yeah.
That's about all.
I'll be following. I'll definitely.
There's a lot of dragons. There's a lot of dragons, different kind of dragons.
Yeah, I know. That's the reason I'm following and looking into it.
The taming aspect is really cool because the taming aspect of the game. You have your you have an option to open up your tree where it shows you all the different kind of animals in the game or creatures that you can tame in the game, and there's a shit ton. That's enough to keep you busy for I'd say like a month or two at least, just trying to tame and you get achievements for taming all the certain beasts in a certain area of the map and everything like that. So
well, okay, so Riders of Icarus definitely sounds like it has quite a bit of content, and that all that mounted stuff you talked about, again, sounds really cool. The only thing holding me back from it, even though it's free to play, man, like you talked about all those detractors and the stuff they try to annoy you into buying stuff, like don't ever actively annoy the customer.
Right.
That's just
they're trying to get you in the marketplace a little bit. I mean, they're trying to goad you in the marketplace just a little bit.
There are easier and less annoying ways of doing that. I mean, look at Warframe. Like the stuff you want to buy that stuff not because it's essential to the game or will give you a more pleasant experience. It's just it looks cool.
Yeah,
Warframe does that a little bit though. Like you can speed up the. Yeah, I mean it's
time.
Not too much different. Yeah,
but the big difference is it's not. I'm not going to die in a mission and have to wait 5 minutes unless I that's
right.
That's pretty invasive in my book. But I mean, we'll see where the game goes. And if you're having fun with it, all right, fair enough. What do we?
I'll be honest. There was a time or two where I died where I'm glad I had 5 minutes. I could take a little break. It's not like Warframe where the missions are real quick.
That's true.
This is a grind game.
This is an MMO. A game.
Yeah. So. It's not totally, out of the realm of ridiculousness.
You can look at it in a positive way, but just remember that you are rationalizing it.
Oh, no, 100%. No, you're 100% right about that. So.
I do it too,
Hey, I'm not going to fanboy. I'll point out
you're not.
On every game.
Yeah, you don't sound like you are.
Yeah, I don't fanboy games.
It sounds like you're just legitimately enjoying the game, and you recognize where there's issues or whatever, but we'll see how it goes,
Yeah.
And it might have a short lifespan, or you might be able to keep going back because of the if they aggressively do add content the way they say they are. Granted, they're new, so of course they're gonna say. You don't go into like a marriage saying, "Man, I don't know, whatever. This is gonna happen all the time," and then it turns out like it's not actually happening. But
we're talking about sex.
Blowjobs, of course, specifically. Yeah. So, you're not going to go in there saying, the woman's not going to say that or whatever. Or, anyways.
Well, one of the things I liked about it is I did the first dungeon. They have like an easy mode, an elite mode, and then they have a heroic mode on the dungeons. And so I didn't have anybody to play with, so I ran through. I can at least experience the dungeons solo. They have that option. So I don't get the marks or the good loot. And at least I can experience the dungeon
That's
solo
nice.
where I don't. That's kind of cool, So
Cool. Well, that's good to at least get a more insight into what's going on with that game. So, pick up back when we get some more info from Count. Anything else you're playing?
Not really.
Marvel Heroes.
You need to go. You need to go on your. You've got some Warframe stuff to cover, I know.
I've got a bunch of different things, but I figured since, I'd rather flow with the conversation.
Well, I got one more thing I can talk about.
Go for it.
I did play a closed beta on the PS4 for a MOBA game called Kill Strain.
Yeah. What's that about?
They did preview it at E3. It's Sony San Diego studio. It's actually kind of cool. I'm not a big MOBA lover. It's a top-down PvP MOBA game, but there's 3 different teams involved. You got 2 teams of 4 renegades that you can pick from, and they're kind of like Battleborn-esque characters. Oh, and then you have a team. There's a third team. There's a third team, the Mutants, which only has 2 players. So it's basically it's a 4v4 versus 2 kind of deal, and the mutants are trying to convert the human players to mutants. That's how they win, or they destroy your base. And they spread like a virus around the battlefield, and you have to run back and get these canisters and throw the canisters to disperse the virus. And the mutants heal in the virus areas. It's actually kind of a fun game. I played about an hour and a half of it.
Yeah,
so I was surprised I hadn't that much fun playing it.
I'm not gonna lie. I'm looking at the screenshots right now. Even though I'm not a big MOBA player, and
it's a top-down MOBA like League of Legends, but the mutant team kind of throws a wrench in there because there's more ways that a team can win.
It kind of reminds me of Evolve. It's asymmetrical. It's asymmetrical.
It's got some Evolve. The characters have some Evolve type personalities. They have some. You know what I mean? So, yeah, it was kind of fun. I mean, I'll admit, I didn't think I'd like it at all, but I was kind of. I played 3 matches. I queued up for 3 matches, and it was kind of fun actually.
Cool.
Okay, I'll be following. Hopefully, it comes to the PC. It looks interesting. I'm not gonna lie.
I think it's just PS4. I think it's PS4. I might be wrong about that. I'm not sure, but
if that's the case, very lucky console players. Console players, you're lucky. You get a very unique MOBA to play.
But that's about it. That's about all I did.
All right.
I did want to ask you guys a question. What about Turtle? Did you hear the rumor about Turtle Rock? New AAA game?
No. Yes.
Yeah, they're hiring a new development team for a new AAA game, is what I heard.
Yes, I heard that too. I heard we know zero information besides that, but
they're throwing Evolve under the bus.
I heard about another Diablo game, hiring up for that, but I didn't know about Turtle Rock. Huh. Throwing Evolve under the bus.
I wouldn't say necessarily throwing it under the bus, but expanding,
they're
expanding
it under the bus. I don't understand.
Yeah, I don't think we're going to see any more. I don't think we're going to see a Evolve 2.
They did see an Evolve 2, though, didn't they? Didn't they actually?
Well, they said there would be more Evolve games. 2K said that Evolve is a franchise they're invested in.
Yeah, they gave up on updating it.
Not entirely true, man. There actually is an
leaving
Evolve
it
update coming out.
Oh,
There
yeah?
is an update coming out. They're planning on redoing a lot of the mechanics. They're not necessarily adding new content. They're rebalancing a whole bunch of statistics and stuff.
You have a link on that?
Yep. Hold up. This'll take a moment.
I don't.
Is it on their news? Available now. The last thing I see on their news is January 27th. So if they've got anything coming up, they're not fucking doing anything about telling us about it. Jesus Christ!
I just heard a news.
January.
I saw a news bit about them. Turtle Rock is going to be investing in a new AAA game. Supposedly, it's going to be groundbreaking and all this. And they're hiring a new development team.
Let me check out their Twitter, maybe, but I'm not seeing anything.
Well, I'll leave something. I'll leave something in the. I'm leaving something in the chat right now. Put something in the chat for anyone. It's a YouTube video.
Oh. Okay.
It's a YouTube video of someone who's a YouTuber called Grizzlemarine. He's basically the biggest Evolve YouTuber, and he has personal
so we don't have anything
connections
official, then.
to Turtle Rock. No, they're not giving it. They're basically giving it all to this guy, all to this YouTuber Grizzlemarine. He's getting all the exclusive
I don't believe that.
stuff. Why do you not believe that?
Because they have official outlets. They would actually say something there. Like, I don't see anything on their Twitter, anything on their like actual official news area here. Let me hit their Facebook. That sounds like maybe he's probably guesstimating or something,
Not guesstimating. He has footage. He has like beta footage for the upcoming update. But that's not the point, man. Like the point is, you have topics you want to talk about.
No, that's you detracting from That's you just trying to
from stonewalling the podcast.
No. I'm just saying like when that kind of stuff comes up, but we don't have official like input from the developers. I can't get on board with that. It sounds interesting, especially if he's coming from a YouTuber. Fuck those guys.
Well, no, Turtle Rock has something that Turtle Rock has announced on their website. They are hiring a new developer for a new AAA game.
Yeah,
they have it on the official Turtle Rock website.
A new AAA game, but not Evolve. That's what I was going on. Yeah, that's what I was saying.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
I don't see any update news about Evolve. They might.
Yeah, I think they're throwing Evolve under the bus. That's just my. Yeah, I think they're going to be giving up on that game.
Like they're giving one YouTuber unless he's officially like on board with their payroll, and why wouldn't they also put it on their website news-wise or on their Twitter or on their Facebook? It just seems a little weird. That's all. That's all I'm saying. I'm not saying you're wrong or that you don't know. I'm just saying it's weird. That's all. When I look for official news, I look for it officially, not from a YouTuber.
I hear you.
Oh, glorious. Twitch. So that one topic that we ended up going around like to a bunch of other topics. There was one other thing about that. They have their own eating section, but they're also going to be I think they've already implemented to some channels that are partners, not all of the partner channels. You guys know what I'm talking about, that cheer thing where basically
I saw that.
I'm just going to read this real quick. All purchases, they're going to be selling these things called bits that you can use to cheer your streamer on with.
I saw that.
It's going to go through Amazon Payment, where a one-time transaction of $1.40 will get fans 100 bits, and higher denominations are available from there. Twitch could be taking a cut of up to 29%, though. Which is fucking
how much?
29, basically 30%. Not to mention what, so then bits can only be purchased right now from a limited list of approved Twitch partners. So it's only going to a current small portion of partners. Then it will roll out to partners. But for us, fuck yourselves. Because we're not going to, kind of what you were going back to saying, Count, about like we're talking off podcast earlier.
Yes.
And, it's like, what about for non-partners? What are we getting?
They
all
could
of the
care
time?
less. They could care less, and it's getting worse and worse. It seems.
Yeah. So, like, you were kind of airing some grievances about Twitch earlier. One of them being how the same issue that I have, which is if I just take a link for whatever I'm doing and post it in Twitter, it pulls up some old bullshit that I had written a long time ago. It doesn't actually post the new stuff that I'm actually pushing, to Twitter.
Right.
Yeah. Which is annoying as hell. Just small thing like that. I think that Twitch, honestly, for the daily streamer doesn't really help, especially if you have a YouTube account. So I'm kind of thinking about going back to YouTube gaming as well. Now that they've added some new tools in.
Yeah, I'm thinking about it because it's getting better all the time.
It is. It really is.
What is Twitch going to be doing to support the small streamer? And I don't see them doing anything to support the small streamer.
Right there,
it's all about the big partners.
Yeah,
you know I
got it.
Well, that's where the money is.
I got to absolutely say,
of course, no. If all the small streamers would just embargo and say, okay, we're done with Twitch, how would they make it? The majority are small streamers. Point there. You can't totally throw out you got to look out for the little guy a little bit.
Yeah, you got to throw us a bone every once in a while too. The bits is nice but it doesn't really hurt me or help me much either. What the bits might do, because it's an official product directly through Twitch, which is nice to stop things like, hey, Gamertron, I'm gonna give you $5,000 as a donation, and then no, I'm going to say I don't want to actually make that purchase, and you're fucked, and you have a chargeback, for that.
Oh, jeez.
Which, thankfully, something like, those things have been going on for since streaming and donations have occurred, apparently. But PayPal apparently put their foot down recently and was like, no, fuck you, to some guy that was doing that, some kid that was like charging $5,000 or $10,000 at a time, to using their parents' credit card.
Oh,
and,
I heard
one
that
guy got
story.
burnt.
Yeah,
One
they were
guy
like,
got
you know what?
burnt.
No, you owe $50,000.
Yeah. Nope, sorry.
But see, since they haven't been doing that because it's a straight donation, whereas bits are a purchase of a thing that you can't pull that money back because Twitch can say, you bought this through Amazon.
Right.
Amazon can say, yeah, we're not going to give you a refund back.
No.
This is what you
you're done.
purchased. It's yours.
Yeah.
Sucker. You already used it. So there's a trail there. So on one aspect, it's nice that money that's not a money issue for people that get donations directly to themselves. That's kind of a nice thing, like for small streamers especially. The downside is, 30% cut. Twitch is
Damn.
wow, you're barely. And Rakshaw, I wanted to point that out before, but y'all were both saying something at the same time. The whole thing about like not having a quality option, Rakshaw said that in chat, not having a quality option unless you've hit a certain amount of viewers for a certain period of time, if you're not partnered, really hurts. We were talking about this earlier.
Yeah, what about
too.
the view bots? I mean, I know they put out a
Oh,
statement
God.
that they're trying to crack down on the view bots. But the statement seemed a little vague, like they were a little helpless.
Yeah, I don't know
what
how
I mean?
many.
It's like, well, we have engineers working on it.
Really? Because
that
I
means
can
you're
go to a
clueless.
channel where it's like,
Yeah.
I watched like one game that I had never heard about, and it had 4 people streaming it. 3 of the people had about like, maybe 5 to 20 people. The 4th person had like 5,000.
Yeah.
Really? You go
And
into
he had a
there
chat
and the
bot
chat's not
going.
doing anything.
They have, no, some guys have chat bots.
Some
now.
of them do, but not all of the accounts. You can
Right.
look in there. That
Right.
chat would be ridiculous. You couldn't even, like,
Chatbots are so pointless. Like, they're obviously bots.
Oh, I
Yeah.
saw a guy that had 20 followers the other day playing a game, and he had like 140 viewers
Right.
on his stream, and he had like 18 followers on his channel, but he had 120 people viewing his stream.
Right.
Well,
And the chat made no sense. The chat was like random chat.
Well, if you want to be basically a fake streamer, because that's basically what you're doing. If you have to get
Yeah, he
if
may
you have to
get
fake
partnered because
views
of
and
that.
fake
Yeah, it's true. It's true. That's kind of
Yeah.
tying into, because I love tying one thing to another, kind of tying into like fake hype and all that, is this whole stupidity of, I saw an article about PewDiePie complaining about clickbait. Of all of the people
I
to
think
complain,
he was being ironic.
no,
I
he
think
wasn't.
He was being ironic.
He absolutely was not. Absolutely. I will find the article and send it to you. He's like, this is bullshit. I want people to, actually watch this stuff that I do without having to go through this crappy clickbait. I have to make something clickbait just for you to watch my stuff. He's like, at this point in time, you should know what you're getting, but it's,
Right.
I shouldn't have to keep doing this, but the whole thing is, that's how he
That
got
I
to
can-
where
I
he
can-
is.
Well, I can agree with him there.
I don't
Like,
give a
it's the same-
no. I'm sorry. If you built your mountain off of clickbait and then you want to destroy
didn't. He didn't
fucking
build his
totally
mountain.
did.
No, I've
He
been
absolutely
stopping
did. You're the
watching- he
only
didn't.
person that would say that he did not benefit massively from clickbait.
I didn't
he
say he
even
didn't
has a
I
video
didn't say he didn't
where he's
benefit.
talking
I
about
didn't say he
clickbait.
didn't benefit.
He's got a video out where he's talking about clickbait stuff. I think it's called clickbait. This clickbait is so clickbait or something, and he even criticizes his old videos for that stuff too. He's like,
Right.
ugh. So you can't. You have
He
to.
did.
Let me
He had
finish.
Yeah, please go ahead and finish.
Like, I'm not saying that the clickbait didn't support him, but he makes a point in the fact that as a YouTuber, as someone who's like, YouTube is my job, I feel forced to have to make stuff that's controversial or dramatic or over the top, whether it be my titles or my thumbnails.
Okay.
Like,
That's not an issue.
I
I just said of all the people to say it, he should not be. It's
maybe he is the
ridiculously
one to
stupid.
say it.
No, I don't think so. It's not going to change anything. At the end of the day, it really isn't going to change anything because people can complain about it. Same thing with YouTube drama. They can complain about that stuff all they want, but it still gets views because people don't give a fuck at the end of the day.
That's
They're
true,
still
but
going to watch it.
sometimes speaking up about it helps. It'll help
Not really.
someone. Janzer,
Has it
will
changed
help.
anything? Have you seen any
it won't
changes?
It may not make a major change, but it'll make a small change. Maybe it will open up some other people's eyes. Maybe it will help out some YouTubers.
Words are
Maybe it will
words,
help out some
actions are what really occur. And right now we are seeing what really is. People can say all they want, blah, 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 but the action is this. Anytime rolling into another thing, Warframe content. People can say, oh, I support your channel, I support this person's channel, all they want. But all you have to do is look at any video you put up that's not Warframe, and the numbers will tell the fucking story. You know, it's once again back down to actions. So we could say all we want. Like, I was doing a video of course, you know, the Technomancer, which I'm going to roll into this. I'm rolling through all my topics this way, you see. But I was doing a thing of Technomancer. I was streaming it, which, you know, I had some technical issues. I had some whatever, blah, blah, some stupid people in chat that were being idiots. But I kind of ignored all that, and I was just playing the game. And I put it up to YouTube, and one of the first damn comments in there was something about Warframe. And I'm like, can you guys give me and it was like a conversation going on, like a few different people. And I was like, can you give me a break? Can I put something else up that's not Warframe and just get a break? Can you just discuss the new game? You know?
And what I say on that, I made a comment like, you mean this video isn't about Space Ninjas? Or something, I forget what I said. I put something.
Right, but see, I get that because you're reacting to whatever. And then from there, what happens is then those people are like going to other videos of the Technomancers and start, you know, keep doing the same bullshit. So I'm just like, whatever. You know, I'm sick and tired of I almost feel like I want to do one of two things. Either do only Warframe stuff and just do it ad nauseum, like top 5 dangly bits
like
for
the
my
Destiny
Warframe
YouTubers.
melee, right? You know, just to the umpteenth level, so they just get sick of me.
Well,
but the thing is,
Janzer, to be fair, though,
let
I'm
me
looking
finish.
at the
Let me finish.
I apologize. I apologize.
My
I'm
Warframe
sorry.
videos, when I put them out, they get ridiculous views. The last 2 that I put out were like 4,000 and 5,000 respectively. For me, a tiny channel, that's a lot. But they also get the most dislikes too. I don't like that community. I just don't understand the gamers that exist there. That's why I stopped doing like serious Warframe stuff in that community, because they seem to hate everything that is not exactly what they are thinking in their mind. They can't just play the game and have a good time and maybe have a good time discussing it, you know? So the community pushed me out. The Warframe YouTubers that were big gave me problems. So everything said, get out of that. So I did. And the only thing I do with it now is just some silly, stupid shit, you know? And even then it gets hate. Any other videos I have, nobody dislikes them. Nobody goes and like gives them shit. So I'm actually in this I don't know what to do. Either I want to not do a Warframe video ever again, even though I know it would give me thousands of views. Like, it would benefit me greatly to do a shitload of Warframe stuff. Or I could just be over the top and just be sarcastically, here's your fucking videos, and you know, the third route would be the fair route, the fair and logical one, which is don't even care, do my thing like normal, which is probably what I'm going to do, and just, you know, if I want to put one out, I'll put one out. If I don't, I don't, whatever. But god damn, it gets frustrating, like to just constantly be hit over the head with like that. I don't know what it is about that community in that game, but Jesus Christ.
Oh, Destiny YouTubers go through the same thing.
Yeah.
They're getting, if they don't like upload a daily Destiny, you know, the big thing is daily Destiny uploads. And like my friend was a pretty big Destiny YouTuber. He had like 70,000 subs, and he's like, I'll put a video out about another game that I'm interested in, and they would rather see me open up fucking encrypted engrams for 5 minutes on Destiny on a daily basis.
Stupidest thing. It's the dumbest thing.
Yeah, it's like,
I don't understand. You know what games deserve that? Anything that I did with Titanfall. That game is fucking amazing. I had somebody watching the stream the other day that he's been watching my streams for Time Out of Mind, and even he said, and this game didn't get the coverage that COD gets? And this guy's he's a little bit salty.
Comment.
Yeah, he's a little salty sometimes too. He's a little bit on the whatever, but
I put
even
one
he
Titanfall
is like
video on my YouTube channel years ago when I first got the game. I was showing how terrible I was at the game. I was like, "Oh, you're welcome to come into my game. You know, I'm showing my name. Come and fucking wreck me." You know, that was the title of the video. Oh man, this ain't Call of Duty. This ain't Call of Duty. I'm like, really? Oh, yeah, no shit. It's Titanfall. It's not Call of Duty, you fucking...
Yeah.
Because you wasted your money on this game. Call of Duty's so much better. I'm like, I don't really. That's that much better. Really, Call of Duty's that much better than Titanfall. Really,
it's not.
So
really.
No, fuck no.
This is either me breaking up again with the Warframe community that doesn't want to let me go. They just want me back, and I'm like, I don't want you anymore. How many times do I have to say this? You know, but I want to be able to put up my videos like
they want you back to abuse you, Janser.
They do. They really do. When I look at my video that's got like over 20 dislikes over something silly, I'm like, I don't understand y'all. You don't. It's like a bad girlfriend relationship, you know.
Yeah. Yep.
I don't. Yeah, it's true. The whole thing is somebody said it's abusive. And I was like, but I'm the one that's not looking to get back into it. You know, they're like coming around drunk. Hey, you want to go get something to drink?
Right.
No, you fucking drunk fuck. Get out of here. That's the Warframe. They're like, well, fuck you then. But you know,
you're enabling them.
Yeah, you got TennoCon coming up, which is awesome. They're flying some YouTubers out there, and some part of me feels a little bit of pain because I was one of the first channels. There were 7 that was like an official fan channel. I'm like, some part of me feels like, man, if I had only stuck it out, you know,
you could have been.
Maybe they would have flown me up there for free. That would have been fucking cool because I love that. I still love the game, still love the developers and the model that they've built. Yeah, they got problems, blah 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 blah. But not every marriage is perfect, all right? So, yeah, you know, and right now I'm actually kind of like, I'm in that period where I don't feel like playing any games, like burnout, you know? Like I was sitting here like, do I want to play a game right now before? And I was like, I got the Technomancer, but man, I've just started playing that. I really enjoy the game. I really do, but at the same time, I'm like, I don't know, maybe I'll play some. Oh, these are all multiplayer games, and I'm just like, do I want to start a new game? I don't know about start a new game. So I'm just kind of like, maybe I'll watch a stream instead. You know, I hate getting into that because then it's like no game can like, you know, it's like I got to do something else. So I think I might be in game burnout mode right now for like a little while.
You got to take a break every once in a while. You really do.
Like, and that's why I like these podcasts, because we can talk bullshit about games. So.
Speaking of bullshit, though, Janser, I really think you're going over the top about the Warframe thing, because I'm looking at the comment you're talking about, and I'm about to read it word for word.
It's not... No. See, you don't understand. No, you absolutely do not understand. Graham Dryad the other day, I tweeted something about that. He said he understood. He said, that's the straw that broke the camel's back. That's exactly what it is. I've been doing that stuff for like over 3 years. That's the straw that is like, you know, I can't do anything new. I can't, like, anything.
Yes, you can. The guy wasn't even talking about Warframe. The guy was talking about how his laptop is having trouble running games, and Warframe is having one thing. And he talks about Overwatch as well.
And then it keeps going with Warframe. With the other people,
one person.
Are you telling me what I know my comments are?
I'm looking at your comments right now.
You're telling me that I don't know what my comments are. All right, now you're stepping over the line. That's enough. You manage your channel and your comments.
Ooh.
I know what's going on in mine. And they're just, like I said, it's just the straw that broke the fucking camel's back. And I don't want to deal with that stuff. So, and you should be okay with my decision.
You do you, Janser.
Exactly.
Whatever game you want to put on your channel, you do it.
I've got a bottle of lube. I'm going to do myself.
That's right.
Besides, we've been having a great time with other games, and I enjoy it. I'd love to put more Rainbow Six Siege stuff up, but nobody engages with it. Man, we have a damn good crew playing it, you know? Mm-hmm. Or the stuff that we do with even Titanfall now, you know? So, but, yeah, either way, you know, I was talking about, like, how I started up the Technomancer. In that game, somebody kind of tipped me off in the comments as well, because I do pay attention to what people want, you know? So that's why I'm kind of on the field about what do I do about Warframe. I'll figure it out eventually. But Technomancer, I want to kind of do a quick rundown of what I think about. Okay, so graphically, I've played. Okay, first off, I've played 5 hours of the game. I did it all on stream, and that might have, I don't know, but graphically, it's definitely. I've got a 680 GTX in nVidia. Its highest settings are a little bit too much for me to stream it and play it. Maybe not streaming it, maybe it's going to run a little bit better, but I did find that if you turn off adaptive resolution, it will really help you out if you have a non-900 series graphics card. Okay, So graphically, looks really good. I think design, environment, character creation, I give them high props for character creation. I found that really fun. You can't like stretch the nose and change the shape of the eyebrow ridge. But honestly, that when things like that happen, you usually end up like with these wacky faces and like just weird looking mongoloid
just abominations.
Yeah, it's horrible. Yeah, it's true. So, but the character creation was pretty fun. The downside is you can't play as a female character, and I understand that would mean that they would probably have to go through their dialogue and have two audio sessions for all the audio lines.
Well, which is interesting. Sorry to interrupt you, because their last game, Bound by Flame, like let you decide whether you want to be male or female. Now this game, it's just male. I don't know if that was a budget thing or
it's gotta
maybe
be. It's gotta be.
It gotta be.
Because the story itself can be adapted for it. You don't even have to write it to in an overly masculine way. We're talking about Mars, people that have been affected by radiation and that are, they have like this tie with electrical, I guess, just electricity now, they've got that some kind of ability to control it. So I think that the story could have been a bit adapted to, non-specific gender there, and especially how people want the ability to choose. And I even got a comment from somebody that I've never seen before on my channel that was like, oh, too bad I can't play as a female. That would have been really nice. And I was like, yeah, that does suck. I was like, oh well. On the plus side, they get skin tones really well.
Are gonna...
Well, I'm not even...
Mars is a misogynist community now.
I know you're joking, but I'm not even going to disagree that it would have been nice, Go ahead. When I got to stare at like a third-person character, that's definitely the male gaze going on right there. I'd rather stare at a female character, So they're not going to get me, them feminists, while I'm here doing myself with the Technomancer. Yeah.
Anita Sarkeesian's not going to do a Janzer video
Actually,
series.
that comment made a joke about her. And it was from a female too, so anyways, music is quirky and weird and very. I think it did a pretty good job making like a Martian type of environment feel. It harkened back to like Genesis sounding, like the system, the Sega Genesis, where they had all these like really bang bing bing bang bing bang bang bang, like real kind of like sharp sounding noises that were very short. In fact, Shadowrun for the Genesis had a very similar sounding soundtrack, but there's also some elements of, oh my God, Harrison Ford, sci-fi adventure. I can't remember right now. Blade Runner. Yeah, there's some elements of Blade Runner in there. And if you go back and look at the Blade Runner soundtrack, I forget the guy's name that did the soundtrack. He's got like, it's something like, it's something weird. It's something like futurist, or it's like a one name thing. And he's really out there. This guy, very cyberpunk, absolutely. So it's very interesting. I didn't really enjoy it at first. There are definitely some musical elements within there that I do like. Some arcs of the sound, and I'm only 5 hours in, so I have not gotten very far yet. I'm like in the slums right now, or something like that. The mechanics of the game, so far, they're pretty decent. I think the worst part for me, the only part that I find really quirky, is the standard walking around. When you go from standing still to moving in one direction, you kind of like do a jumping lurch forward. So I was showing it on stream how you can kind of like do from left to right, that jumping lurch, and do like a slide. It's just kind of weird, It's like nobody bolts that quickly. It's like the guy was like getting ready to just do a heavy sprint or something. But I think what they had in mind there was for combat. In combat, it works fine. You can roll, you can dodge. You've got your 3 different stances. Of course, the the warrior, the rogue, and the guardian. And the Technomancy is not a stance, but it's, of those stances, those are actually the names of the trees as well, the skill sets that you have. And I don't think that they're very deep, like as far as the skills are concerned. You have a lot of passives, but that's kind of good. I like games where I don't have to, I don't want to play an MMO all the time where I have 20 commands to do. Sometimes I just want a lot of passives because they're on all the time. At the same time, it's kind of like, I don't know. I think it's a bit shallow. It's not as deep as it could be. Like in the Technomancy, for example, I think there's like maybe like 5 or 6 skills you can get at most, and the rest are all passives, which is fine. But I don't think it's going to get very deep. I think that the limitation on points is going to really be what what differentiates your Technomancer from somebody else's. I'm really digging the rogue, specifically the nail gun dagger thing. The speed of combat there, totally me. Like I tried playing as a guardian with the shield and wrench, or shield and they call it mace, but you really start off with a wrench. I'm sure you can get a mace later on.
Reminds me of a certain game. What game has a wrench as a melee weapon?
Bioshock.
Yeah.
Bioshock. Yep. And I actually was playing Bioshock with wrench, So I was doing a melee run. Didn't really intend for that to happen. It's just I tend to, it's just what I do.
It's satisfying.
Yeah, it is. It's the warrior, the staff itself, probably from the base level within the first 5 hours, the most powerful, combat stance you can get at that point that I've played. It's got wide sweeping arcs. You can control all the enemies in the battlefield. Does a lot of damage. It's fast. You can't go wrong with that. But I tend to not do things that are kind of really easy. It's not easy, but it's like, okay, I know that can work really well. Let me find something that is different from that is going to give me a little bit more. Like I need to put my own skill in there, like timing. I need to really pay attention. With the staff, you can kind of just swing around and you're going to fucking kill everything. But with the dagger and, you got to watch the hits. You don't have a shield to block. The shield is really nice because you have parries where if you block right when the enemy's attacking, you can parry them. They get a little stun and you can get some hits in. So the Guardian is really nice. I think I really enjoy the Guardian, but I'm not very good with it. I need a lot more practice doing that.
I gotta tell you, man, you talking about Technomancer, it reminds me so much about Bound by Flame. You talk about the different combat stances. It reminds me so much about Bound by Flame, but they've done it in a more
very fluid
environment.
I will tell you that it's very fluid switching between all three stances. If you're doing the rogue stance, which is the gun, oh man, one of my favorites is like the enemy's coming at me. I immediately shoot them with the gun, which can stun them. There's a chance they call it disruption. I think that's what it's called at least. And then you can go in, do your hits. I do 2 or 3 hits, backwards roll, fire off another shot, either forwards roll and then go another, do some more hits, or just sprint up to them and do some more hits. Like I like that fast-paced combat because you can disrupt them while you're doing some hits as well. So it's really neat. You can the staff one, the warrior staff one's really nice because you do this like forward twisting kick, in the air. I don't know what I'm sure there's a better term for it, but you can basically go around them like in a half circle and end up behind them when you do that. It's your kind of like dodge move, I think. And it's just really nice. There's a lot of good mechanics for the combat.
Doesn't the gun overheat after like 3 shots though?
Yes, there is an overheat, but I'll tell you what, I haven't hit that level yet. Like it hasn't affected my gameplay. I haven't been like, oh man, my gun overheated,
Oh, okay.
And what I do is I fire, like I said, I go in for some hits, I back off, I fire, I go in for some hits, I back off. You got to watch the other characters because it is kind of like a Batman-esque kind of battlefield. And in fact, with the staff, when you land a few hits and one of your enemies dies, it will actually auto aim you to another enemy so you don't lose a hit for no reason,
Well, that's nice.
Yeah, it actually is really cool. At first I was like, because I'm very much a controlling type, clearly I'm very controlling. But with my combat too in games, I like the characters to do what I want for specific reasons. And I wasn't annoyed with it. I was like, that actually works out really well. That's cool. I like that. So the skills are very fun. I really want to see what the other, trees do. But so far I'm going to play with the Technomancy and the Rogue. Even though the Rogue doesn't really have the skills that I want, I like the Guardian skills. I like the ones that are there. But we'll see. I'm definitely...
I got to ask, Janser,
yeah, please.
What actually is Technomancy? What actually is it?
They haven't given that to me yet, but I do know that Mars got affected by radiation because Mars basically shifted in its orbit a little bit, and that that basically allowed more radiation to come through. And so the animals in the area, anything that had been brought over, all got affected by radiation. People get turned into like radiation bombs, I think, it's all kinds of crazy things happened. And in fact, you are a mutated person, but I think that it's, people know this, but you're kind of in this gray area of being a protector, but people also don't like you because you're mutated, but you have power because you're kind of like a cop, or something like that. You have some power. You're part of the military, but you're also, they try to make it kind of like a Jedi thing. It really reminded me of that, in fact, the first few hours are you becoming an official Technomancer, and you can control electricity is kind of what's going on. Like there is an electric shock that you throw out. It's like 2 pulses, I think. You can upgrade that. But of course, when I saw there was something about with like electric fist, I was like, yes, please. Fist fighting combat. I love that, But unfortunately, I can't unequip my weapons and just go, fist only. I would love that, but you can't. There are some skills you can get though. That's electric punch or whatever that will either strip like armor or something like that, make the enemy more vulnerable. It's so far it's pretty fun. It's not perfect at all mechanics wise, but this kind of a game, since I've kind of talked about weapons anyways, there are upgrades to your weapons, and really quickly, each weapon has like 1 to maybe 2, maybe 3 points that you can make upgrades. You can basically put 1 upgrade in each of these points that appears on the weapon at different, like, let's say the dagger has 1 on the pommel or on like the handle and 1 on like the blade. Those are 2 different areas that you can add 1 of 3 different types of upgrades. So like a damage, a critical, or a disruption. So that's just for the dagger specifically. You can also do more crafting and other things. You can buy, crafting plans as well to help you upgrade. And you can, in fact, you have abilities that are not part of the trees that are there to help you with conversation skills, which I could use in real life. You have them also for like crafting. You have them for science. There's like little checks that are done. It's a true kind of RPG where these checks are made. The dialogue is once again very reminiscent of something like Mass Effect, Dragon Age, that kind of thing, where you have multiple paths that you can choose to answer. You have checks based on charisma, to see if
people are making fun of the names.
Oh yeah,
John Mancer and all, or what?
Oh, because they're all called Mancer. I don't know why. Yeah, I actually call them Mancy because I was like, if you ever watched, what is this show? Animated show with John H. Benjamin, Archer. I love Archer. Yeah, one of the first seasons or whatever. They're relating on. They're I guess they're giving like number and letter sequence to something like a code. Yeah. And like M is for M as in Mancy. Mancy or Nancy? Did you say M or N? No, of course I said Mancy. Why would I say Nancy? It's like, so
that's
I'm like,
the guy that does the voice for Bob's Burgers.
Oh yeah, Bob.
Yeah, the same guy. Yeah, it's fucking
John H.
hilarious.
Benjamin. Yeah, he also had like a show called John H. Benjamin Has a Van. It's a really weird show. Yeah.
That's hilarious.
Yeah, so it's interesting. I definitely enjoyed the game. It definitely made me excited and I like energized to play it because I was getting into it. That's a game that's a role playing game. I like the environment. I like looking at the environment. I like interacting with everything. I like they're definitely heavy on the communism. They couldn't do more of like, here's Russia from the communist heavy period, Lenin or whatever. All of the artwork that was on the walls, they were like, do you get it? Do you get it that it's communist? Yeah. Do you get it? Look at the art design. Bam! They were just everywhere you looked in this one little city. It was like, wow. But I'm definitely enjoying the game, and that's why I made the decision to stop streaming it, because there's too many disruptions that go on with streaming. I'm not good at streaming narrative games like that because they take a lot of time that you have to read through dialogue, you have to make decisions, blah, blah, blah. You won't get very far if you're doing that and trying to interact with chat, or if chat's disruptive or whatever. And I'm not there to make people behave. I don't give a fuck. I'm not somebody's parent. I'm going to just ban them, you know? And I had some people that were being stupid, and I was like, you know what? This ain't worth it. I'm not going to bother, you know, streaming it. But I will continue putting up videos of it on YouTube as I play it offline. And I tried to do a 5-minute thing. I don't think that was 5 minutes. I was thinking it was like 50 minutes. Jesus Christ. But the game so far is pretty good. It's got some quirks in it, but so far nothing to like, you know, make me say that was a bad purchase at all.
I'm glad to hear you like the game so much, man. Yeah. I'm really glad to hear. So, is this a Game of the Year contender for you?
I can't say, because 5 hours in the game, and of that, I probably have more like 3 hours of gameplay with 2 hours of bullshit, you know? So, right. Because I spent like 30 minutes at least with character creation. I'm not kidding. Like, that's how I am. Some people hate that shit. I had one guy that's like, I've known him on YouTube for a while. I think it's Kev Factor. There you go. And he was like, oh, man, 3D games. And I was like, what's up, man? He's like, I just want to see the combat. I was like, I totally get what you're saying. No, fair enough. I really do immerse myself in those kind of games. Bioshock, when I played it on stream, oh my God. I never finished it, but people were like, wow, you really get into the game. I really do. I like that whole experience. And when it gets disrupted, I'm like, yeah, I can't. I'm not going to have a good time. And if I'm not having a good time, the gameplay itself is going to suffer, and there's no point, you know? So I'd rather play it offline. But I know, Count, you said that you heard 2 other reviews of it so far. What did they say? I'm curious.
Well, Total Biscuit kind of ripped it.
Did he finish it?
He didn't care for it. Does Total Biscuit ever finish a game?
I don't know.
I don't think so.
I don't think Total Biscuit's ever... Like, Total Biscuit's the kind of guy, like... He really doesn't like indie or budget games. He's
right.
And the indies he does like they're, I guess they have.
He's more of a first look kind of guy. You know what I mean? His videos are more like kind of a first look. He's not going to delve deep, but in the shallows, he kind of ripped the game.
Oh,
you know what I mean?
Like what? I'm just curious.
He just didn't like the gameplay. He was complaining about the gun overheating. He was just kind of nitpicking the game. Some of the other reviewers kind of like they were kind of like in the middle on the game. One guy said it's not a bad game, but doesn't really. They haven't really like improved anything from their other games.
That's fair, because they've played the other games, whereas I'm a new person to that.
Right, exactly.
Spiders. So to me, I'm like, I'm looking at it actually. What's more fair is probably my perspective, because I'm looking at it against Dragon Age, against Mass Effect 2 specifically is what I played, against like the Batman games, against like which I've watched a lot of. I watched Jim, for example, stream like fucking hours of that. Probably a good.
It looked like Phil in the chat looked like he has watched that video. Yeah, the what the fuck is Technomancer, WTF is
his series.
Technoman, his little series.
I never watched that stuff anyway, so I don't really care. But I'm just curious as to like what because it's legitimate. Like they have whatever their perspective is, all of it being subjective. Even myself, clearly, what the fuck. But
I thought the game looked. I mean, that's a game I'm going to wait for a sale.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But
if you like that,
it doesn't
type
look
of
like
game,
a bad game at all.
No. It's not bad. If it were bad, I would have been frustrated and probably just quit on it or something like that,
One guy complained about all the backtracking you have to do and like the hubs and everything. Yeah, exactly. That's what happens.
Par for the course on an RPG.
Yeah, so I don't know. It's definitely a game I'm interested in playing, but I'm not going to pay a full price. I'm not going to pay full price for it.
Yeah, but you kind of like, for example, people really like, what's that ball game with cars?
Rocket League?
Rocket League. I wouldn't give a fuck about that game, but a lot of people love playing it. They're like, oh, it's so fun with friends. And I'm like, I wouldn't give a fuck. But that's me. And people are like, well, why wouldn't you? It's like, why can't I have my own opinion? Why do I have to like it just because everybody else says it's a good game? I've seen a lot of the gameplay. It looks fun, but I wouldn't want to play it.
Maybe to have a drinking game too or something, you know what I mean? Or something like that, but...
Yeah. Or
it's taken off. I know that. It's a super popular game.
No, it looks cool. And if I liked that kind of a game, I would probably be very happy with it. But I'm not really that. That's never been my kind of thing. So, yeah.
It's kind of like, I was watching Grammaton Dryad's stream earlier, and a guy, he was playing The Elder Scrolls Online, and a guy was like, is this game worth it? I mean, that's such a vague statement.
I know.
A guy asked
hate
him,
that
is
shit.
this game worth it? And it's kind of like the reviews.
It is.
They're all subjective, but is this game worth it? I was kind of like, I would never ask that kind of question.
Let's
Such
get
an
into that
open,
question.
an open.
Let's get into that.
Yeah.
Like, the thing when someone says, is this game worth it? Well, of course, that's subjective. It's going to vary from person to person, but to you guys, what makes a game worth it? Because there are some people that are like content. There are other people like, what's the objective quality of the game, which you can barely sometimes tell. Like, there are some objective facts about the game you can state, but in the end, like, it's going to be your subjective preference whether the game clicks with you. But is the game worth it? Well, are you just talking about price value?
I consider that to be a trolling question on my channel. Like, when people show up,
right?
Yeah, I don't treat them like with a lot of care, because I'm like, I don't know, man, I'm not you. That's really what it comes down to. I don't know if like you like doggy style or if you like missionary. How can I say, how can I say?
Well, it's like Destiny.
Yeah.
It's like Destiny, for example, Janzer.
Yeah.
I love Destiny. I mean, I thought Destiny was a high quality game,
right.
But I quit playing because it didn't suit my needs as far as I didn't have a lot of people to play with. And that's a game where you can play. They've changed the game, but at the time you needed more people to play with to get everything done, to get the best stuff.
Imagine playing Rocket League by yourself.
Yeah, exactly. Rocket League by yourself. How fucking boring would that be? I mean,
it's okay with bots. It's not bad, but there's
so many layers. There's so many layers of that question. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I told the guy, if you don't have a lot of friends that play the Elder Scrolls Online, you're gonna hate the game later, because the game gets so freaking hard.
Well,
there's no forgiving in the game later on. I mean, you have to have a team that is on point. One mistake and you're done. Right. If you're going to run the high-end in-game content. So, if you have a lot of friends, that opens the door for more layers of games you can play. But if you don't have a lot of gaming friends, it's kind of limited.
Yeah.
Technomancer might be that kind of game. If you don't have a lot of people online,
right,
that might be a good game to pick up.
It's a very good solo game.
Yeah.
It's very good. I think if you're good at streaming story-type games, I know of one guy, Emphasize, he's really good at, number one, he's just a good fucking gamer. He can just figure shit out without...
I have a friend like that.
Yeah, he's just good. Not only that,
like
but
a
he
fucking prodigy.
He handles trolls really well. He handles stupid questions well. If I'm still hanging out there, then he handles stupid people well, because I'm there. He's such a good streamer. He could handle streaming this game. I can't handle streaming that game, because to me, I get into the game so much, I don't want to deal with people. Like, I don't want to have to stop every 5 minutes to deal with whatever is going on, or if the people are being dumb or whatever it is. And that's not fun for anybody, It's a very solo type of game, because it's an RPG, It's a more of a traditional solo RPG. I could even see myself playing it again because of the different tree set, Like I kept mentioning, Rogue is really good for how I play, but I want to play as a Guardian. So that, to me, what that says is I want to even start up another game now, and maybe even dual path while I'm playing. Like, play one and then play the other, So, it's not a bad game in any way. If it was, it would have crashed during streaming. Shit, fucking Doom crashed on me during streaming at the first,
Yeah.
And it crashed throughout. It hasn't crashed on me. I haven't gotten stuck in the environment. The music has not been stuck at a level that I couldn't adjust. The keys, I understand why the top number row was not something that I could customize, because in game they use them specifically for something. So there were small things I had little quibbles about or whatever, and I was like, oh, okay, fair enough. I understand why they did that, after the fact. I did have one weird thing during the training. They did not handle the training part of it well if you customize your key sets, because I had changed around my keys, and during the combat training, if you didn't hit that one key that they were expecting because you changed it to another one, it didn't register it. So I on stream I kept trying, and I was like, you know what? Let me reset the key set. And sure enough, once I reset like my controls, that was a little bit of a pain in the ass. But it's so early in the game that it's not even so far. My controls have been perfectly fine since then. Voice acting's good, dialogue is good. I've got nothing to complain about now. I'm not like sucking its dick or anything. haven't finished the game,
right.
But it's not a bad game. That would be ridiculous to say. In fact, I can't even tell that it's not a AAA game. It's on par as like a Mass Effect 2 or like Dragon Age, more closer to Dragon Age because Dragon Age is dated at this point. Mass Effect 2 even had a bit more polish graphically, I think, than this game. But yeah, no, I mean, they've put really good detail in a lot of the design, so I've got no issues after 5 hours.
Right.
Yeah, after 5 hours, I have no issues. So,
not gonna lie, I really want to get Technomancer. I really enjoyed Spider's previous games.
Yeah, and you would know better, like once you played it, because you've played the other games apparently, or at least Mars Logs, right?
No, I Bound by Flame. That's the one I played. Phil's the one who's been playing Mars Logs.
I expect to hear his opinion as well because he's played Mars Logs and he was watching me play Technomancer and he was like, "Oh, this really reminds me of this in Mars Logs. This reminds me of that." So clearly they've built on that, which is not a bad thing at all. But that's how the Fallout series is. That's how a lot of Graham once said something about Valve games that they're all kind of the same. I'm like, well, it is a source engine. What are you going to do? That's one developer doing all of that. They're going to tend to use, as a developer myself, you tend to use a lot of the same tricks that you have and adapt them rather than trying to rebuild the wheel. It's kind of silly because you have budgets and you have whatever timelines and all that. So that's a lot on the Technomancer. I know that's a lot. I'm going to try to do a shorter thing for YouTube because somebody said I don't have a lot of bandwidth. Prahana, I think, is S or whatever. He was saying I don't have a lot of bandwidth, which was really interesting to hear that perspective of I can't watch 5 hours worth of gameplay. Can you cut something short? And I was like, actually, no, I don't have a problem with that. I can see if I can do that. So,
okay, who's going bowling? What's going on here?
No, it's the firework. It's the hillbillies around here, man. Any excuse to shoot off fireworks, they'll do it, man.
Those are fireworks?
Oh, yeah. They just started.
Fuck the 4th. Let's do it now.
It's a good thing. It's a good thing. These guys will blow up anything to get some lighter fluid and whatever, man. These dudes around here just love explosions.
So I'm guessing they're related to Michael Bay?
I apologize.
Related to Michael Bay?
They're related to Michael.
Well, yeah. If Michael Bay was an inbred hillbilly, yeah, they'd be related. But anyway,
yeah, I'm surprised that the animals that live around me.
It's Indiana, man.
Nuts. I'm in Texas. I expect gunfire. All right, so that's why I said I'm surprised that the animals around me.
It's Indiana, dude.
Man, these
people don't have anything better to do. Speaking of nothing better to do, my wife just walked in. Oh, I'm sorry.
Well, you know what? The people that don't have any better to do, that explains why we have an eating section of Twitch now. Because people don't have anything better to do.
I still can't believe that's actually a thing. Why would you watch someone else eat food?
I don't know, but just wait for it to get to watch as I put my socks on in the morning. That's going to be an...
Oh, my God.
Watch me as I...
I can argue against why watch someone else play a game. Like, there's 100 reasons you can say why you'd want to watch someone else play a game. But eating food, that's something completely different. A game is an entertainment, a media experience, an art form, storytelling.
It goes back to what I explained it as, is this is the society that we're in now is morphing into this living through other people's experiences kind of thing. They're disconnecting themselves. People, not in your world, Gamertron, but people in general in the world can say that they feel disconnected from others. You may have heard that, maybe not, but people always think that their experience is the only experience that is as bad as it is and they can't connect to other people. It's not true. We are very connected. We're even more connected now than ever, but we're being so disconnected with the internet. Look what we're doing right now, in fact. We're in different parts of the country, and we had to reach out to each other because of these specific interests we have, because we apparently can't find them near where we live,
especially me. I live in rural Indiana, man.
Yeah.
Really?
So there's this disconnect, even though there's a massive connect, and there's this living through other people experience, which is what game, like having the, you know why people like the whole, when there's a group of people playing a game, because it makes them feel part of the group. You know, it's like, oh man, these guys are having fun playing that game. We've had so many people that are, we've been playing Rainbow Six Siege. We've influenced other people to play Rainbow Six Siege or Titanfall because of how good of a time we've been having. You know, it's a true thing. It's that thing of wanting to be in and wanting to be part of that, you know, that is not around where you're at for whatever reason. So it's just a natural progression of like next year you're going to have the watch as I open and close this door, you know. Why? Because I'm connected to you now. We know this person. Why do you think people want to see your face so much, Gamertron? They're like, oh, let's see your, you know, they want that connection.
You never sent me that link, Gamertron.
What link? Send you what link?
Your face reveal link.
Oh, it's on
video.
his like 30,000.
30,000 video, yeah.
Which, by the way,
I'm
the YouTube purge. Speaking of,
oh yeah, that's
speaking
right.
of,
I had that.
All right,
down.
yeah,
Gamertron.
How did it affect you? Both of you, either of you?
I lost like 68 subs.
How many did you have?
So it's just another day.
You had about 2,000 something?
I had like 2120, and now I'm like 2,080, 2,078 or something, 2,083. So I lost like 50 subs, something like that.
Okay. All right. Gamertron?
I lost 1,000 subs.
Jesus Christ. But you had...
Well, they're inactive
30,000
anyway.
Right?
Yeah, I had 30,200 when the purge hit.
And you lost 1,000.
Yeah.
But those purges are good because they're inactive accounts.
I get that. I get that entirely. I understand. Yeah. But what YouTube has been doing
I
with
had
purges is that it was...
and I lost 100. I just want to get that in there before you go off on your rant. Now, please go ahead.
Problem.
Go ahead.
The thing with YouTube has been like... Actually, YouTube has been purging for years, and like nobody's noticed or cared because they were doing it incrementally, like 5,
every month.
10. Yeah.
Yeah.
But for some reason, and YouTube apparently doesn't even know why if you read their Twitter, apparently they don't even know why this happened. Apparently, instead of like doing the incremental thing month by month, it all just clumped together and happened at once. So instead of like seeing just a small little loss in subs, everybody just lost a huge chunk.
Yeah, what's really weird is I didn't see in my analytics a big, like, 100 people lost. So it was clearly YouTube pulling them. You know, it wasn't people unsubscribing at all. It was
No, as a matter of fact, they unsubbed active accounts, by the way. Like, I've gotten messages, and other YouTubers have made videos where they've been getting messages from people saying, hey, all of a sudden I was just randomly unsubscribed to you.
Yeah.
So...
That happened to me. That happened to me a couple times where I know I was subbed to a channel, and then I'll go to it and it says I'm not subbed to it anymore, and I didn't do anything. I didn't like change. Yeah, that happened to me a couple people.
I've had the opposite where people are like, I'm not subbed to you. How the fuck are your shit getting in my... And I was like, oh, I don't know, man.
Yeah.
I unsubbed a long time ago. Stop.
Phil wrote, Philemon Grundy in the chat. You are still worth 30K plus subs to me, man.
That's a small
very
little
kind of you,
jibe.
Phil.
Yeah.
Thank you, Phil. That's very nice of you, man. Like, my heart just grew like 6 sizes today. Thank you.
Too large? All right. Okay, Grinch. That's where that's from. The Grinch Who Stole Christmas.
I know that, but how am I a Grinch?
You're not, but you're associating yourself with that line.
I'm so with the line, not the...
It's silly.
Okay.
Really quickly, in other news, apparently Tony Hawk didn't kill himself. And
what? What?
I kept seeing in articles, Tony Hawk does like a 900 or some bullshit, some kind of air maneuver flip thing at like age 48 or something. I was like, okay, so he didn't kill himself. Cool. Next.
All right.
Because he's so old at this point, you know, and he's like doing skateboard tricks and whatnot. So.
Well, that's because he's talented. He's a talented skateboarder.
But all I saw it as like Tony Hawk didn't kill himself. All right, fair enough. Moving on. Not really news to me. I just thought it was funny reading it. Oh man. Earlier, you talked about, Unity and assets being, used or whatever, and how that can be abused sometimes.
Oh boy,
Activision
I think I know.
removed a game, had a game removed from Steam called Orion for stolen assets from Black Ops 3. And, yeah, people were definitely going out of their way to say, look, see, I've got screenshots helping. Don't you love the internet, how much it helps to, like, find the evildoers? We will get them for you. Fuck these guys. And the developer of Orion admitted, yes, we did, but we've come to a resolution. So apparently they're paying their dues, but, yeah, that's kind of a
It's a shame
kind of a
what's
weird
happening
fucking
with
thing.
it's a shame what's happening with Orion, because my brother, he loves the devs and he loves their games, because they've made Orion Dino Beatdown, Orion Prelude, and now this game that's just called Orion. And all their games are based around their sci-fi shooters with dinosaurs. And my brother loves the games, and the devs have actually been real nice to my brother. They've given him free stuff because
they steal it. That's why they can just give away anything that's stolen. Yeah. Hey, you want this TV? You want?
It's a shame it's happening to this game, because this game's treated my brother so nicely.
Yeah, well, he's gonna have something to pay for. There's this thing about like being associated with known criminals. Yeah, you. He's an accomplice now.
He just plays the game. He doesn't get the acid.
They're like, can you store this box? Shh, just don't ask any questions. We just want you to store it for like a... Sure, yeah, I don't have a problem. Don't look in it. Don't. There's going to be a guy. He's going to come by. Just hand him the box, and we'll give you the other assets to this game for free. Oh, sweet. That's awesome. I've got no problems with that. The black market. Right.
Oh my god! Man. Yeah, it's a shame what happened with Orion, and it's a shame about the developer. I'm hearing really mixed things about the guy.
That's really. I don't care how bad off you are. That is stealing. That is absolutely in a video game. It's not like he was start food. It wasn't like an essential. It's assets from another game. You're gonna get fucking caught,
like,
man.
I saw the screenshots, and I'm like, those are guns right out of Black Ops 3. Like, I'm looking at that, like, I've used those guns in Black Ops 3. Like, oh my goodness.
That site is the exact same site that they have on this. Yeah, exactly. That's the exact same gun. Yeah. Just textured differently. I did like the texture, the new one, by the way, in the Orion. It looked nice. I actually got interested in the game looking at.
That's crazy.
I'm not kidding. Yeah.
Well, actually, if you're interested, Orion, like, since this whole debacle, the developers made the game free. Orion is now free to play if you want to try it.
Yeah. Fair enough.
So, yeah. If anyone wants to try
Orion.
Orion.
That's the least they can do. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So, moving on from that. Speaking of stolen goods and whatnot, apparently Boogie's YouTube channel got hacked and closed.
Yes.
In the past few days. That's the whole thing.
Well, he was at VidCon.
That's the whole thing. He was even saying, it's not the first time. So he has since gotten it back, but I think the profile picture is missing or something like that in the video.
And I guess they got it through Verizon.
Yeah.
Somebody got his cell phone records through Verizon. They just let him, they didn't ask him any questions or anything. They just gave it up. And then Verizon admitted to it. Like, yeah, we did that.
I'm curious as to how they did that. If you have, like, I don't know. I know a lot of things have two-step authentication. So the only way to get that is if they, I don't know, they would add intercepted messages going to his number or something. But then again, a lot of people, Facebook developed the Oculus guy, the main developer for Oculus, I think his shit got hacked. Of course, Zuckerface got hacked, and
Zuckerface.
Yeah, whatever.
Oh, you mean Eisenberg? Yeah.
Yeah, that one. Just the Eisenberg. There you go. Oh, you mean? Wait, no, we're not going to mention that role that he attempted to play. Yeah. Ugh.
Cringe.
Yeah,
but that makes hacking easy. You just call the cell phone company and they give you all the shit.
Social hacking.
Okay.
Yeah. Social hacking. It's absolutely been going on forever, and that's just what that is.
I don't get why anyone would do that to Boogie, though. He's to be honest, he's a sweetheart. He's a real nice guy. He's a real nice guy.
He's worth money, and he's a big name. It doesn't matter what you the maliciousness or the non-care, the psychopathy of people, it doesn't matter. You have feelings, you care. You probably would never do that unless something really, I don't know, something would have to really change.
Some people just
do
it because they
doesn't
can.
matter. Yeah, they don't care. There's no
they don't
thought
ask
about
if they
the
should.
effect. Right.
They don't ask themselves if they should
Right.
do it. They just ask themselves if they can do it.
Yeah, like Trump. It's just the psychopathy of people.
Yeah.
It's far reaching. You're never gonna stop crazy people from doing something. They don't see that there is a badness in there in any way, shape, or form. They just see that there's something they can do. So, and they might be doing that.
Sociopaths.
Yeah. They might be doing that in order to show other hackers or whatever, hey, see what I can do? See? So let me get in this group or whatever. Who knows how stupid it could be, Or maybe they're showing, like I said, a group that so they could get into that group so they can go hack other corporations so they can get money. It's just like, look at the high level thing that I can do that's in the face of everyone and not get caught. That kind of thing too. It's also a rush, of course. So, yeah. Oh yeah.
Well,
by the way, Rakshaw,
thing.
if anyone wants to hack my stuff, please
Put money in there.
No, that is a bottomless well. You could never if you threw money in there, you would never see it because it would go straight to the government. I owe so much. My debit card would get like picked up every once a year, but like the numbers would get picked up.
Your debit card has a picture of Uncle Sam on it.
It would get no, my paycheck does, but it would get picked up.
I hear you there.
Yeah, every so often at a gas station, probably they get the number, read it, and then they'd be like, "Oh, we got to send you another one out." I'm like, "Oh yeah, please take my line." I actually don't mind if somebody steals my identity because they would be under so much debt. They'd be like, "Oh fuck, what did we do?"
Yeah,
I would be free. I would be like, freedom.
Yeah. I live in rural Indiana. Okay, there's 600 people that live in this town. I have one stoplight. You want to hack my shit? Come on. I'll give you my full name, address.
Yeah, I get to start a new life after that.
Yeah.
But I have all the experience and knowledge from the last one, so it's amazing for me. I have no problem. Oh man.
Yeah, people are like, don't you care if you gave out your real name on, because I gave my gaming friends my Facebook page. It's got my real name. I don't care.
Yeah.
I mean,
The only problem I care now is just actually I don't know. I almost got a webcam today. I might get one next week. They're cheap enough now that I saw a couple of them. So and I told Graham that if I did, he said, "Oh man, those people that put the cam on their dog, they're so stupid." I said, "That's exactly what I'm going to do now. I'm going to point the camera at my dog, and he's going to be sleeping under the blanket."
GamingCast. All three of us on webcast, and then we have your dog cam.
It's going to be your cat.
That would be fucking awesome.
Your cat on one of them, my dog on the other, and I don't know that.
My cat's too fast.
I could get one of my lady friends.
Oh, hey, whoa!
Now we're talking, buddy. Our ratings.
So we got a dog, a cat, and a bitch. All right.
Whoa!
My dog is the female. What?
I love it.
Wait, but who's the dog then? Wait, if you're not.
Wait, what? So moving on. I finished.
So Gamertron's
Orange's
calling his girlfriend a dog.
I know.
That is terrible.
Oh my god.
Oh man.
Grandson says Kubro.
I know. Oh god. Keep going back to Warframe. Yeah. Orange is the New Black season 4. I finished that. Unfortunately, nobody here has watched it, so I can't talk about it.
I have not.
Yeah.
My
It's
wife
definitely good.
has.
It's definitely good.
Yeah.
It's one of those shows that I never would have bothered with because it seems stupid, but it's pretty good. The writing is good. That's all I can say about it.
I love the first season. I wasn't real crazy about the second season. I really enjoyed the first season, but I don't know. I'll watch it sometime, I guess.
Yeah. It's definitely, that's the whole thing. It's like, who cares? It's there. You'll see it at some point, So going nowhere. And speaking of seeing, apparently nVidia 1060 coming out July 7th. So I don't know price points. The nVidia 1060. So they got the 1080.
1060.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I didn't know that. I knew the 1070.
Specs were leaked online. I have an article I could look up again, like in my history, but I'm not going to bother. There's a little bit of speculation. There is a hard date of the 7th apparently of it coming out. And honestly, with how the 1080 and 1070 have been so sold out, every time I go looking for one, It's just, I'm like, good. Maybe that'll take away some, some of the market share that is being all eaten up over there. I mean, it's great for nVidia that so many of those cards are being sold out. But gosh, man, it's just.
I didn't know they were coming out. Have you seen any benchmarks or any kind of?
They say it's comparable to like a 980, but a little bit better. Maybe like the 15 frames better than a 980.
What's the price point?
I don't know. But given
I'm grilling you about it.
Well, I'm expecting about maybe $200 less if it's not, because what, a 1080 is 600 to 700, a 1070 is about 400 to 500, maybe even 600 in some cases, super high end. See, the problem is we haven't even seen the next level of third market products.
Your hillbilly neighbors.
I don't mean to interrupt you, Janzer. I apologize. Anybody on iTunes listening or in the stream, I'm not being raided by SWAT team. It's the hillbillies. No, it's the hillbillies 2 doors down.
You should have said you are being
nuts.
You should have. It would have maybe made more like.
Well, I got raided by my wife about 10 minutes ago.
There you go.
Sex. So yeah, I got.
Oh, hey, all right.
I gotta get.
Can we get a cam on
out
this?
Of that, buddy.
Whoa. Okay, there are some
I got my headache pills right here. Headache pills right here. All right. Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry.
Shots literally being fired.
Being fired. Rackshall, I'm good. I've got my Kevlar on, but I'm good. I swear.
Oh man. Yeah, so that should open up some, hopefully some breathing room for nVidia and for gamers wanting to get cards. If the 1060 comes out and it's about $200 cheaper, that would put in the range of like $250 to $300, maybe. So if the 1070s are like 3 to 5, really, in that case, and more than 3 in most cases.
Yeah, the 1070s are ranging like 380 to 460, I think, for the higher end. I've already got my computer build online. All I have to do is pay for it, my new spec. But I'm getting the 1070. I'm not paying for the 1080.
Yeah,
I don't need that card.
You are logical, and that makes a lot of sense. And I want to listen to you as much as possible. Unfortunately,
nobody.
I want the 1080, but
I know you do.
I want the 1070. You're a
one-up kind of guy, Jans.
No. What it is, it's allowed me to skip over all the 900 series. My 680. So that's the same thing when I got my i7 3820. It allowed me to. I still have that processor, and it's absolutely fine. So.
Phil, it's an inside joke. Philemon's talking about it in the stream right now about the Spark Energy.
Yeah. I saw him mention Spark Energy before.
And my wife, yeah. My wife spent $52 on a little bitty tub, like a little mini peanut butter jar size of energy drink that she uses to work out. These fucking hillbillies. Okay. Oh my fucking! I'm going down there. This ain't the fucking. Unless they're Canadian, they have no business fucking letting off fireworks tonight. Oh, damn it.
That's true. It is Canada. Well, it's not so bad.
Fucking hillbillies. Let me get my double barrel shotgun. Hold on.
You're going to add to the explosive mix?
Yeah. Well, my gun rack's out there in the Jeep, so yeah.
There you go.
I'll take care of it later.
Yeah.
But anyway, what am I talking? Go ahead, Jans.
No, it's entertaining.
I'll shut up, man. I'll shut up.
This is brilliant.
I agree.
I'm not.
No, that's my last topic. There is one more thing because we got our fourth member of the podcast that's not really a podcast member apparently, but the only one that keeps sending in questions or comments to us.
Volts.
Mr. Volts, thanks again once again.
Where is Volts? I need to talk.
He's probably working, man, because he does work, and this is like I never see him around this time, so he might be working.
Because we're thinking about playing the Secret World. We're gonna start playing the Secret World MMO.
Oh,
I wanted to talk to him about it.
Right.
Yeah.
That's you. Do you still have to pay for that, or did you go free to play?
No, it's free. They have a big sale on it right now on Steam, so I'm getting it. I'm probably gonna get it tonight.
It's free or it's on sale?
It's on sale, but there's no monthly charge.
Okay, right. There's no okay, right, because there used to be a monthly charge. I forgot about that.
But no, you have to buy the game. But I mean, you can buy the basic game for $10 right now. I'm gonna get the deluxe one.
That guy, the Hive leader.
I can't talk.
That guy, the Hive leader that likes MMOs, that apparently didn't like Riders of Icarus. I think.
Fuck him.
Well, he seems to like that game though.
Yeah, I've played the Secret World like 3.5 years ago. I played it like one day.
Yeah.
Under an old email account, so I'm gonna get the game, and I played like a demo thing.
I kind of wanted to like it when it came out, but I just didn't. I couldn't. I don't know. Something I just couldn't understand enough of the premise to like really want to bother.
$20 and $20 you get the deluxe edition right now on Steam. So.
I love the premise of the secret world, but the thing that keeps me away from it, like so many MMOs, is the combat. If only they had real-time combat.
Yeah, I'm fine with that. Because
I love the premise of the secret world, like these different secret societies and organizations, like fighting and working, fighting each other and working with each other against these supernatural forces like Cthulhu and Lovecraftian horrors and werewolves and vampires and all that stuff.
Volts was in my stream the other day. He was watching me play Riders, and he brought up Secret World, and I was like, I'm down. If you want to start playing, I'm down. You know.
All right.
So.
Sounds good. Mm-hmm. So his thing for this week that he's sent to us, I'll read it. Hello, bozos, 3 gamers. And then he says, He's
talking about YouTube.
I re-listened to one of the past podcasts. Quote from Gamertron. So he's calling you out on that too, man.
Oh, boy.
I had an idea and thought about posting it on the forums. He's referring to Warframe. But then I remembered how pretty much all ideas either go unnoticed or met with salt because people don't read all of the post.
That's true.
That's true for any video game forums kind of thing after a while.
You know what? That's true for YouTube videos. Like, like the way people leave comments on my YouTube videos, it's like, did you even listen past the first 1 minute?
Yeah, it's true. Nope. I read and I assumed, and now my content appeared. Yeah, my comment. Yeah. So he says he has an idea for a universal focus tree that enhanced Warframe actions or sort of like perks. I don't think his English is perfect, so I'm having problems reading that. Maybe that enhances Warframe actions, sort of like perks. Some will help you recover out of a tight spot. He's saying that his most hated thing is knockdowns and grapple hooks. So I guess things to stop you from... there's a mod for that, technically, but...
And there's a Warframe for that, Atlas.
Yeah, well, but I guess maybe... And also Rhino doesn't, But I guess maybe he just wants kind of like a perk system. So instead of having the 5 different focuses, or I think there's 5, maybe there's 6. There's 6, I think there's 6. 6 focuses. Mm-hmm. You would have a universal one that you could choose the path. It says possibly allow you to carry the data on the wrist, allowing you to hold primary weapons. When you run certain missions, you have to hold a data notebook or whatever, and you can only use your secondary or melee. Or screw it, just be able to replace secondary with the primary and bring 2 primaries. Okay. Or replace all 3 slots with melee. I wonder how that will go. All right. He's kind of all over the place here. These focus traits, ideas, may be better off in one of the 5 focus trees, but they all require the use of the focus ability to activate. I don't think all of the focus skills should have to be locked until the focus ability has been used. Okay. I kind of get what he's saying a bit. You don't think
basically,
all the focus
when it comes
skills...
to the Warframe focus tree, I think the only real problem with it, because I personally like the abilities, I like the idea of your operator assisting you in combat in a sense and giving you this superpower or a laser beam or something like that. I like the powers. My problem is it's out of all the content in Warframe, I find it to be the most grindy. You have to play so many matches and earn so much XP just to do a simple upgrade. So if they lower the XP amount in order to upgrade, like that would help with the focus.
Yeah.
At least in my opinion. But I like his idea of perks. The whole thing about having multiple primaries, being able to carry a primary, I like the idea of perks. I think that would make an interesting implementation into the game, but maybe, then this is just popped in my head, maybe make it something like burn cards in Titanfall. Put into Warframe.
I don't know. I don't really like burn cards, honestly. Because I don't like having to manage them. No, I don't like having to manage them. I really don't. I think it just takes up another part of the game. They're neat, but I do like if they were part of the tree and you just unlock it and it's a passive. I'd rather a skill tree, honestly. I really do. I don't like... But as far as... maybe what it is you can turn on or off certain ones. Like, you can unlock the skill in that skill tree, But when you go out, you can only have so many skills active from that skill tree. So you have to turn on and off, certain ones maybe. I don't know. There's a lot there that, and some of it I think I'm just missing because I may not be understanding his sentences all that well. Let's see here. Like, for example, here, these focus traits ideas may be better off in one of the 5 focus trees, but they all require the use of the ability they all require the use of the focus ability to activate. See, I don't understand what he's saying there. I don't think all of the focus skills should have to be locked until the focus ability has been used. I think I do get now. I think what maybe I don't. Because you can unlock all the focuses and just choose what you're using. But I think he just didn't want to unlock all of them. He wants to be able to pick from whatever he wants to. I think that's what he's getting at. Rather than there be 5 trees, you could just pick from a number of them, a number of skills. So it's one focus tree. I think that's kind of what he's saying. But either way, fucking thanks for actually actively attempting to keep us engaged. I really do appreciate that, Volts. Yeah, that's it would be interesting to have a better. I'll probably contact him later on. Contact him like he's a fucking business partner. I'll just talk to him, about what he means to clarify a bit. And yeah, and that might be something we can bring up next time as well. Maybe we'll just call him in.
Yeah.
I think so. I think we'll do that. We'll try to call him in. So you're on call, Volts. Just if you
call
listen
him in.
To this,
phone a friend.
Yeah, we're gonna fucking put you on the spot, and you better explain your shit. You got a lot to answer to, man. That's all I know. And if you don't do well,
you opened up a can of worms here.
This chat's gonna tear you a new asshole. That's all I know. So.
Not me, because I can.
No, we're fine. But the people, we got Rackshaw in there. He's going to tear you one new one.
Yeah.
We got.
Please, Rackshaw's a sweetheart.
Look at that. Warframe is too much of a. See, these people don't want to hear your shit, Volts. They just want the salt. They want anger. They want to get you.
No, these are wonderful people that just require love and kindness and support, and everything will be absolutely just fine. Who wants a free game? Who wants a game giveaway?
Yeah, we will probably get back to doing something in the future there. That'd be great. Unless you want to do one now. I have nothing to do with a game giveaway. We're definitely at the end of the podcast, but a couple of people have asked, are we going to have guests on again? Yeah, but we're kind of trying to mix it up a bit. We don't want to. It's not a guest podcast, where we have to have a guest every time. In fact, Gamertron wants to have his dad on at some point, so we're definitely do that.
The gamer dad.
The gamer dad. We'll get to
the Gamertron dad.
All of the things. So,
awesome.
Gamertron's dad. When was the first time you walked in?
I'm a
on
little
your
nervous
boy
about that.
Playing video games. And he's going to be like, oh, yeah. How disappointed were you,
Now make that boy get a job.
When he decided YouTube was going to be his thing. But I know his dad's very supportive of what he does, so I'm just giving him a hard time right now.
He also likes to... No. You guys will get along very well. He likes to give me a hard time. So
fair enough.
I like him already.
Daddy-tron, I like that.
On top of that, he played a lot of old school games that may.
Cool.
He's a gamer. He loves Borderlands, Janser. So you and him could talk some Borderlands for a while. I imagine.
Yeah, that's not
we definitely want to get back to.
I
thought you meant like asteroids and Pac-Man. See, that's where I grew up.
He's played Pac-Man. But I didn't. I skipped to when I say played old school. Then I talked about more newer games.
Can I ask you a question, Gamertron? And you don't have to answer this at all. I'm not trying to invade
horrible.
Private.
This is a setup for something.
What range of age is your father? I'm just curious. Just give me a range. You don't have to tell me.
Around you two.
But we're not the same age.
No, I'm way older than Janser.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Around yours.
He said you don't have to.
Oh, okay. All right. Okay. That's cool.
I can't give you an exact number because I want to live.
I'll be 47. I'll be 47 years old in September.
Yeah.
September 5th. Write that down. September 5th, and I expect free games from everybody. But anyway, go ahead. It's enough. Count Shocky on Steam. No problem. Just add me as a friend. September 5th is my birthday, so I'll be 47.
All right.
Awesome, man. Congrats.
Congrats on being 47.
I'm not saying anything. You notice how I didn't say shit?
Am I old? Am I younger or older than your father? I just want to know when I talk to him.
Yeah, you're actually younger.
Oh, okay, that's cool.
So yeah, we are definitely going to have guests coming up. Just because this is the end of the podcast, and we're definitely. I've got nothing else unless you all do.
Well, next week I'm probably going to have a review of the Batman versus Superman Unlimited Edition Blu-ray.
Blah blah blah. This podcast.
The freaking
I wanted to hear about that.
No, that's going to be next week.
Okay,
I'm going to do the review of that. Plus, Suicide Squad is coming out soon. I'm going to be going to the theaters and seeing Suicide Squad, or as Stephen Colbert calls it, the Pouty Avengers go to Hot Topic.
Oh yeah,
that's what they call
the emo. The emo Avengers. Is that what it is?
Yeah, the emo Avengers, basically. So so that's coming out. That's coming out the beginning of August. So I'm gonna be talking about that a little bit coming up. So
awesome. Good times. All right. Well,
good times.
Janser's like, yeah, why the fuck are you missing it? The fucking movie doesn't come out till goddamn August.
No,
really, Pinhead.
I don't get a chance to. I'm not.
I'm reading your mind right now, Janser.
You're not, because if you were, you would. Right now, what I'm looking at is the other people that I had mentioned a long time ago. Now, I'm trying to determine, do I want to say names or not? I do. Why the fuck not? So we want to call on Eddie Ammo at some point in the future. We want to call on Volts, of course. We want to call on Mr. Phil, who is, he's quite a bit of a supporter of the B3, you know. So he's got his own channel.
Rackshaw is going to get me a shitty indie game. I love it.
You know, so that'll be, you know, when that happens, you know, we'll try to give you all some heads up. But those are the people we're looking to. Those are a couple of the people that we're looking to have on. So, yeah, thanks everyone for the support. Once again, iTunes, you can download us on iTunes, of course. Search B3 GamingCast. You can where can people find your content?
People can find my content if you follow me on Twitter. It's follow the count. Twitter. I always have a little tweet when I do randomly, sporadically put up a video. You can catch me on Twitch, twitch.tv/Count Chocula, and you can just YouTube search Count Chocula if you care about Marvel Heroes videos. Or I'm going to be having some Destiny videos and some Riders of Icarus content up. So that's how you can.
And some Battleborn, like you promised me.
Battleborn. I got to do something with Battleborn. That's true.
Yes.
I'll probably
it's not like you owe me a debt or anything.
I know.
I'm kidding.
I knew you were going to
Wow.
I'm kidding.
No, I really appreciate it, Gamertron. I wasn't expecting a gift from you.
He's like that's what Canadian mobsters are like. I just realized.
I know they're so
super
passive
nice.
Aggressive.
They're super nice, and
he won't put my YouTube channel on his recommended channels on his front page, but he'll give me a $30 game.
He won't even give you a shout out.
Oh shit! I'm sorry.
I'm kidding.
I felt bad.
I don't care. I'm joking. I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
What about you, Janser? Where can they find your
Oh, no one wants to care about that. Gamertron, where can they find you on your various places?
Okay, I'm available on all 9 levels of hell. You can
in Doom.
In Doom, yes. Yeah, exactly. You can call Satan. Satan has a direct.
They don't need to contact.
Quit trying to make yourself out like a bad guy. Get the fuck out of here.
Well, if you read my YouTube
it's
comments,
silly.
Like the
guy helps little old ladies across the road.
Gamertron has a point.
He's
got a point. People give him more hate than they give me, and I push people's buttons on purpose.
Yeah.
They really
like one lovely comment I got today. No, actually, it was yesterday. This is a gay ass video, and your opinion is gay and ass. There.
Oh, I get that all the time.
That was a comment. That was an actual comment again, and my response was basically, so do you talk with other human beings often? Is this your first experience? Because I think it needs some help there, but man, it's sorry. I don't know why I went on that little tangent there. I apologize.
It's that straw breaking the camel's back thing I'm telling you about, because otherwise you would ignore it. It's just like whatever.
I
like
engage
hurtful comments.
But where
I
can
don't
people
mind.
send you a hurtful comment? I mean, where can people find your
Get
content?
back on track here, guys. Let's get back on track.
The Gamertron Show on YouTube, just the Gamertron Show. You'll find my YouTube channel with a variety of video gaming content, commentary, reviews, so on and so forth. And you can find me on Twitch, even though I would like to apologize I wasn't able to live stream yesterday. Guys, I
was missing something.
It was Canada Day.
I may not be able to live stream every Friday and Sunday. For some reason, my software on random days is just deciding not to work. So you can catch my live streams on Twitch, but I can't guarantee. I usually stream Fridays and Sundays, but with the way my software is acting up, I can't guarantee. So the Gamertron Show on YouTube and the Gamertron Show on Twitch. Thank you very much.
Fair enough. All right.
Cool.
And of
Very
course,
good.
we've got the B3 YouTube channel, which we kind of need to get 100 subs on so we can get our little custom name for that. So that'll happen at some point. I think we've got it went from 8 to 21 when I put a video out for it. So promoting that.
Oh yeah, that'd be no time at all.
That's good.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you keep putting these videos on. Yeah.
Yeah, and all of these streams are going to be going straight there. You know, we'll release them to YouTube first, and then they'll go to the podcast. I mean, the YouTube channel as well. And that's pretty much it. Anything that I'm connected to, if anybody wants to get salty as fuck, and they can hear my stuff, it's all Janzer247. That's pretty much it. You know, Twitch, YouTube.
He's a great guy.
Twitter.
He is. He
He's
really is.
He's a
I'm
hell
really
of a guy,
not.
Janzer.
I'm really
No,
not.
he is.
Don't scare people because they jump into. We also have a B3 Gaming Discord, but see the thing is, people want to play games with me, and then they do, and I and they're like, ouch. Like, dude, I thought you were fun. No, what gave you the idea that I'm a fun guy? No.
He is a
And so
fun guy.
they
He
start.
is
No, check it out.
You are
Here's the
kind of
thing.
grouchy sometimes.
Oh yeah, fucking grouchy as fuck. That's the whole thing. They think that it's like an act, and I'm like, no, you're good. I'm gonna beat your ass. It just don't.
You're like the Archie
know why?
Bunker of gaming.
It's
Yeah,
true.
kinda-
They come at me like, you know why? Because they come at me jabbing, and I'm like, whoa, I don't know you. You wanna be at that like friend level where I'm insulting and you insulting me? I don't know. Let's give it time to be
I
disrespectful.
think you're a little over defensive though.
Let's work
at times.
down from respect to disrespect. All right. Let's not start off
Maybe a
at
little over
level of-
defensive though.
Fuck yes, I
sometimes.
am.
Yes.
Yeah,
Goddamn right.
I'm just messing with you.
So, but yeah, no, that's
You just need a hug, man. You just need a hug. When I come down
how
to
big are the
visit you in
tits?
Texas,
It just depends.
Oh, there
Who
you
am I
go.
kidding? Yeah, any size.
I
is
want to
fine.
see Gamertron's lady friend. That's what I want to see. Woo. I'm ready.
Oh man. Thanks everyone for listening to the podcast, watching, supporting us. We've got some other things I know Count's working on. We'll probably talk about that in the future. And yeah, we'll see you next time. Y'all say goodbye.
help me.
Goodbye. Help you.
Whatever happened to Faldrin?
Faldarian?
Faldrin, yeah. Speaking of help me.
He got a
died.
job. No, he got a job.
Oh, I see. That's how
He got a
is.
job
no
and
idea
a
who you're
girlfriend.
talking
So
He
you
got a
can't
job
have
and
a
a full-time
job and
girlfriend.
have lady friends as well as do YouTube and Twitch. Fair enough. I see how it
That's
is.
a lot of time.
Apparently.
Wait, are we still live? Wait.
We are. Yeah.
Oh.
Is that a problem?
I gotta go.
We gotta go. All right.